Though the bride has boarded the wrong sedan by mistake, she proceeds straight to the wedding rites. Lady Li Chenglin is nominally the wife of the second uncle. The heir, being his nephew, it is utterly impossible for him to take a wife from the Lin clan again. As the brides ascend the wrong sedans under matchmaker Lu Tianting's guidance, it must be the will of heaven favoring General Dingguo, the god of war who safeguards our great Jin, thus personally arranging this match. At this dawn, I humbly follow the ancients' wisdom of turning mishap into fortune, to forge a destined union for my second uncle. Only I wonder if Miss Jiang, in her virtue, would deign to wed a martial man like me as her husband.
Today marks the wedding day for the brother of the Marquis of Rongguo, Great Jin's General Dingguo, Xiao Dingzhou, and the Marquis of Rongguo's heir, uncle and nephew, both tying the knot. The brides hail respectively from the Lishang uncle's residence and the Wei general's lineage. Alas, intrigue in the inner palace sows discord, causing the two brides out for a breath of air to mount the wrong flower sedans. The Lin family's second miss, Lin Shu, who was meant to be the heir's consort, ends up performing the rites with General Dingguo instead. As Lady Li Cheng is escorted toward the bridal chamber, realization dawns that she has erred in the ceremony, overwhelmed by shame and fury. Meanwhile, the other principal, heir Xiao Lingchen of the Marquis of Rongguo, steps forward to take command, emulating the ancients with an on-the-spot exchange of brides, taking Lady Jiang as his wife. With these words from heir Xiao at the break of dawn, the assembled guests nod in fervent agreement.
The heir speaks true.
Barring this twist of fate,
This is heaven, playing matchmaker, indicating that you and Miss Jiang share a fated bond, just as General Dingguo and second Miss Lin are destined for each other. Marriage is a grave matter. We must heed the elders' command.
The old lady of Rongguo Marquis Mansion promptly declared her submission to heaven's will. Deciding to let the mistake stand, Madame Lin shall become the general's wife, and Madame Jiang the heir's wife. Once the old lady had rendered her verdict, Lin Shu, struck down yet spared from death, slowly opened her eyes.
Heart-changing monk. How do you know the peril of easy to invite a god? Hard to send one away. The heir's humiliation of me was not enough. That he would dare to insult Great Jin's god of war as well. The heir and Miss Jiang are souls entwined in love. Should he wish to take her as his bride, he need only dissolve the betrothal with the Ling family outright. He would not cling to an unwilling match. Yet you two schemed in secret for this bride-swapping conspiracy, framing it as mere misfortune to thrust me upon General Dingguo.
Why resort to such deceit, Madam Yu?
what utter drivel! She is raving madly! The last incident was nothing but an accident. How could anyone have plotted it?
Madame Hao Mother, to heir Xiao Ling, shot back at once.
Enough of this! Has she addled her wits? Spouting such lunacy here! Servants! The second madam has lost her senses! Escort the second madam away to rest!
It is as though I'll die without a shred of proof. A first-rank general's betrothal of the realm, treated as some childish jest. If you doubt my words, then subject the maids at my side to rigorous interrogation. Saiwa and Nanny Li were long ago bought off by Miss Jiang. Those bribes are no trifling sum. He acts the part of a nephew. So tell me the rationale for deciding this marriage. How can the heir's one-sided word possibly decide for the general?
Lin, you refuse to wedding Zhou, or do you disdain being the one aided by this eccentric old lady, who so favors Ding Zhou?
After the original match was forced into that exchange marriage, she endured endless torment. Much of it thanks to this old lady's schemes. Why didn't you, old madam, even consult the general's own wishes? He refuses to humiliate the god of war of our great Jin. What nonsense!
Who set up this Bing Zhou affair? He lies there insensible now, so how could he voice his own thoughts?
Ah, you just love picking on the honest ones.
Who says the general can't decide? The general is clearly awake. What?
Lin Shu slowly approached Xiao Dingzhou's wheelchair.
General, Chu-He was to join you in the wedding ceremony today, but an accident befell us. Chu-He cannot remain unmarried. We await your awakening to take charge.
In an instant, Xiao Dingzhou became fully aware of his dire straits. What? Today turns out to be his wedding day. Xiao Dingzhou, freshly roused, hears this shocking revelation. His heart surges with disbelief.
An accident at the wedding ceremony.
Xiao Dingzhou reflects inwardly, his loyal retainer defending him openly before all, while his own family eyes him with nothing but schemes. Thus, General Xiao, summoning astonishing willpower, forces himself fully awake.
The general is indeed awake. As long as the physician stimulates the acupoints with silver needles, he shall awake. What makes you speak of a clear conscience? But right and wrong shall be decided by the general himself. Summon the old madam and the physician to come and cover it up.
Spreading alarmist rumors. Since you find it too burdensome, then simply send her back to the Lin residence.
Yet here I am, on this day of great celebration. Why distress my trusted confidant?
Oh,
I'll steady you.
After the incident, Jiang Yuerang, who had been feigning death, suddenly lifted the veil, staring at Xiao Dingzhou in utter disbelief. The general was gripped by guilt, his mind racing frantically, desperately plotting how to persuade the physician that it was all a false alarm. He whipped his head toward Xiao Dingzhou, frozen in stunned silence. This can't be.
How could this happen?
He hasn't even used the silver needle yet.
Ding Chao, are you truly all right? Amid the chaos in Rongguo Marquis Mansion, the first to react was the old Marquis, who had remained largely silent since the incident.
Oh,
Heaven has truly blessed us. The second young master has awakened.
Right on his heels, the old Marquis's favorite consort, Lady Ru, rushed forward, for in truth, Xiao Dingzhou was the old Marquis's grandson through her, her status elevated by motherhood and the son's noble standing, deeply cherished by the old Marquis, the ever-graceful wet nurse consort.
Staring at me like that. How are you feeling now?
Your legs have no sensation. I'm afraid you won't be able to walk, but once the crisis passes, all else remains as before. Father.
No.
It is all right. It is all right, as long as you've woken up. By the way, today is your wedding day. It was just some unforeseen incidents.
Your nephew knows about it.
Huh? You? Oh, dear. This is terrible. The Chuan Shuju poison was precisely targeted at him. It not only tarnishes one's reputation, but also jeopardizes their livelihood. Though her heart was filled with 10,000 shocks and surprises, she feared General Xiao Dingzhou might mistake her for someone else. So Lin Chuhi quickly stepped forward and declared,
General, I am Lin Chuhi, and today, amid this mishap, I have wed you in the ancestral hall.
Xiao Dingzhou nodded, his gaze lingering on Lin Chuhi, his frail form, the fresh blood stains on her forehead and her reddened eyes for a brief moment.
Guarding our union, I have wronged you.
Since the general understands, I shall not wrong my second uncle.
What happened today was truly an accident.
No need to explain. Cheng Yang, my trusted aide, who has already clarified the matter for me. Cheng Yang succinctly explained the incident with the wedding candies.
Where is the scheme? It was merely the Lin family's one-sided account. Everything today was an accident. The Lin family was unwilling to proceed with the marriage, all to prevent outsiders from disrupting the harmony and peace of our Rongguo Hao mansion and causing a rift between you and your nephew, Bing Zhou. Chenner has always held you in high regard, and you know that well. How could he commit such an outrageous act? Bing Zhou, you've just regained consciousness. I feel I have been deceived and mistreated. Yes, indeed, Chenner has always shown respect, and Uncle Ju has strictly upheld propriety.
Lady Ho quickly chimed in as well.
My betrothal was a complete mess. Police don't pry into such private matters. Just now in the wedding hall, though I was unconscious, even the stone had awareness, and knew exactly what everyone said, behind my back.
We are all family. After all, we can't entirely blame Chenner for this.
Cai Huan and Mama Li were applauding. They are your servants. How could they be dealt with?
General Ping's judgment.
She is a decisive woman, indeed. Even backing her up would be fine.
In an instant, the entire hall erupted in chaos. The maid and the nursemaid's wretched screams could terrify the children next door into tears. The Dian Kingdom's general, with the infamous title Yanluo Ghost, who scares even ghosts, truly lives up to her fearsome reputation. Things unfolded even more smoothly than he had imagined. Mama Li and Kai Huan weren't wronged by him at all. In fact, the two of them had already been bought off by Jiang Yuerang from the start. Otherwise, how could the bride switch have been so straightforward? Now, they've been conveniently dealt with through Xiao Dingzhou's hand. Otherwise, handling them personally would have been a hassle. The young maid and the old nursemaid had no spine whatsoever. After just a few lashes, they spilled every last confession. Jiang Yuerang and Xiao Lingchen were deeply enamored. Jiang Yuerang bribed the two to conspire with Xiao Lingchen on the forced marriage substitution, pressuring the Lin family into compliance, or else his days in the Rongguo Marquis's household would be a living hell. Very well. Very well.
She is truly poisoned now. A good twist, sealing her widow's fate.
The bad news is, their full confessions have turned the widow's plight into a public spectacle. The guests are in uproar. This Jiang Yuerang was originally meant to be Xiao Dingzhou's fiancée, and by rights, her bond with Xiao Lingchen should have been one of kinship. I never imagined they'd be secretly colluding, defying all human decency.
You ungrateful wretch! How dare you commit such an outrageous act? Where do you put the face and honor of the Linjiang Shou clan?
Lord Ho, it must be the Zheng family who instigated Chenger. Otherwise, how could Chenger have done something so wrong? Lord Hao, Chenner's character has always been steady and proper. It must be the Jiang family who led him astray.
Sup. Xiao Lingchen stepped in front of Jiang Yuerang, taking the full force of the slap himself. Chenner.
Grandmother! Father and mother, this matter of love and devotion was entirely my doing alone. It has nothing whatsoever to do with Ranner. Do not misunderstand Ranner. We are deeply in love with each other. The only woman I will ever marry in this lifetime is Ranner, and no one else. Are you all right?
Are you hurt? A fool let out a soft scoff.
No one else heard it, but Xiaodingzhou, standing beside him, caught it clearly and shot a glance at Lin Chuhui.
I have no feelings for the Lin girl. No matter how he schemes, I will never marry her.
A cup of tea was hurled straight at his face. It splashed across his face as the cup shattered, cutting his forehead. Blood instantly poured down. The one who threw it was Xiaodingzhou.
Still unrepentant.
He deserves to die for this. As his uncle, it is only right that Xiaodingzhou disciplines the younger generation. P-T-U-I.
Well struck.
Those words, he deserves death, made the old lady's face turn ashen. She was truly terrified of Xiaodingzhou. We'll kill Xiaolingchen.
Lord Zhou, this is your nephew, after all. He is my grandson. Very well, then. Today, you've truly staged quite the spectacle for me. To think such shameless souls still walk this world. You've truly opened my eyes to it all.
An aged voice, devoid of any true spirit, rang out.
Greetings, Princess Yongfu.
Princess Yongfu, the golden patron.
Li Chuhi's eyes suddenly gleamed with light. Princess Yongfu, barren of sons or daughters, yet she dotes on the battle-renowned Xiaodingzhou.
In my eyes, loyalty, trust, benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and filial piety. Xiaolingchen upholds none of them, defying his parents' command above all, marking him as utterly unfilial. Forsaking the matchmaker's vow brands him as faithless and ill-fated. Plotting against his uncles reveals a heart devoid of benevolence. Casting aside his principal wife stains him with injustice. For the Xiao clan to bear such a descendant is to invite calamity upon the house. Zhou, I have come to understand the full truth of this affair, and I shall render judgment in your stead.
Xiaodingzhou offered his thanks to the princess, yet the deepest grievance falls upon Lady Lin, and I implore your highness to shield her from further harm.
Could this scoundrel have finally seen the light?
There was a subtle shift in his tone.
It is rare to hear such words escape your lips. Perhaps marriage has truly transformed you after all.
Adult talk, you stinky sky.
Is this it?
Lingshan kneels here, begging the eldest princess to spare Yura. I will shoulder all the blame myself. Lingshan admits his reckless actions. But when feelings take root, they deepen unyieldingly. Had it not been for the Lin clan's secret, lifelong vow, how could it have become known to everyone? Bringing such shame upon second uncle.
Who in the family truly understands? Some folks fart, and the crown prince blames gravity for it. The matter of the marriage exchange. The Lin clan's affections were sincere from the start, not bound by empty rituals of propriety. Yuran is willing to face punishment alongside the heir, but she will not stand for anyone twisting right and wrong by invoking the general's name. We beseech the eldest princess to judge this matter clearly. Sister Lin once said, during her visit home, out of deep admiration for General Dingguo, she agreed to the marriage exchange, and Yuran would never dare commit such an offense. The Lin clan.
What have you to say?
Chuhi is but a woman. She too knows the fate of the realm, rests upon every soul. She devotes herself to safeguarding the nation, sacrificing all for righteousness. General Dingguo is Great Jin's god of war, and it is thanks to him that Chuhi can live in peace and honor her parents, all because General Dingguo battles ceaselessly on the front lines, securing peace across the land. Tell me, sons and daughters of Great Jin, who among you does not hold such a hero as General Dingguo in the deepest admiration?
As Lin Zhu and the others spoke these words, all the guests present nodded in agreement.
Well said. Indeed. Who does not revere General Dingguo? Must we women who revere General Dingguo all be deemed shameless?
To speak without a blush. Back when the general had yet to be wounded, who in the capital could count how many tender hearts secretly yearned for General Dingguo alone?
The princess of Yongfu nodded in approval, with Xiaolingchen's cold smile turning to a pointed question for Lin Chuhi.
In that case, why did you take your own life in the wedding hall?
I was forced to agree to the substitute marriage to preserve my life. But I took my own life in the wedding hall to protect the general's honor. A true general does not cower or beg for his life, nor resort to desperate measures without remorse just to survive. True, he was unwilling, for she had grown up knowing that Jin's war god had suffered for the sake of others. There are things one must do, and one must not. If Chu he should face punishment for this, she would have no regrets about what she did today.
Very well. Such deep affection and righteousness. You are truly worthy to be General Dingguo's wife. Princess Zhang.
Dingzhou is maimed and incomplete,
and does not wish to burden others.
Though it was all a scheme, an unexpected turn, this marriage to Dingzhou today, do you willingly accept it? Speak the truth, even if you do not wish to acknowledge it. With me here, no outsider will dare to wrong you.
My daughter has little time left. I'm afraid the general might disdain her for her fleeting days.
At the general's signal, Kao Yang mentioned Lin Chu and the matter of being forced to use poison, and the eldest princess's face grew even colder as she turned her gaze toward Jiang Yueran and Xiao Lincoln.
To resort to such despicable tactics. Tomorrow I shall personally question the Duke of Wei on how he raised his daughter. Hurry and bring the antidote.
Jiang Yueran knelt on the ground, trembling in fear. Her venomous scheme exposed at last. At this moment, Jiang Yueran's nanny steps forward, claiming she was the one who administered the poison. And it has nothing to do with my young miss, begging Princess Royal Yongfu for mercy.
Hanfu, H. Like mistress, like servant. This palace will spare none of you. Well then, now, your lives are no longer in danger. The situation in Dingzhou is currently unique, and the imperial physician's diagnosis is known to all. Lady Lin, this palace asks you once more. Has your heart ever wavered?
Such a golden thigh. How could she possibly change her true heart?
Only the innermost heart remains unchanged. Even as temples turn gray in Che's heart, General Qingshi Qianqiu is a warrior of great Jin.
Well said. Unchanged, even as temples turn gray. In that case, this palace naturally won't let you suffer reproach. Someone come. Take this palace's token and enter the palace. On this palace's behalf, request from His Majesty an imperial decree of marriage. The Lin family's alliance with Dingzhou is a match made in heaven.
This is truly a delightful surprise. Lin Chao's gaze toward Princess Royal Yangfu sparkled brightly. Not only is her reputation unscathed, but she has also secured a powerful backer. H.
Xiao Lincoln, disloyal, untrustworthy, unrighteous, inhumane, unfilial, unbrotherly. The Xiao clan is sentenced to 50 strokes of the cane, confined to the ancestral hall for 10 days, not even allowed a drop of water for 3 straight days. I heard you're about to join the Imperial Guard. Such a disloyal person. How can they safeguard His Majesty's safety? I will report today's events to His Majesty exactly as they happened, hoping His Majesty will reconsider the position of Left Centurion General in the Imperial Guard. Are you convinced?
Ying Chen obeys the eldest princess's teachings.
The Yongfu eldest princess cast one final glance at Jiang Yueran. Though she said nothing, her contempt laid bare without restraint.
By eloping to become his concubine, you've squandered the efforts of Duke Wei and the Crown Princess Consort when they pleaded before His Majesty all those years ago to arrange your marriage to Dingzhou. Now that the two of you are deeply in love, this palace shall take charge and grant your desire, making you Xiao Lingchen's concubine, never to be raised to principal wife. No, impossible.
No, my mother-in-law is the Crown Princess Consort!
The Crown Princess Consort would never tolerate such a disgrace.
Overcome with humiliation, Jiang Yueran fainted right there on the spot. The arrival of the Yongfu eldest princess brought this absurd marriage swap to a decisive close. Wow.
That hit the spot. What just happened?
The Rongguo Marquis mansion and the imperial family share the same roots and bloodline, bound as uncle and nephew of the same clan. Of the Fengjiang Xiao clan, the Yongfu eldest princess is now the eldest living member. Her intervention in Xiao Lingchen's marriage admits no challenge from anyone, especially since she has long shielded Xiao Dingzhou.
Husband, let the lady rest well tonight. From now on, you'll stay in the main chamber.
Leaving just like that? No way! If you leave, who am I supposed to build intimacy with? Without that bond, how can I inherit your vast fortune someday? According to the plot, you're meant to die young. Husband, on our wedding night, if you're not in the master bedroom, where else would you go?
I'll head to the study.
Are you going now and coming back shortly, or staying away all night and never returning again? Husband, if you won't even spare my loyal attendant, why not refuse Princess Yongfu's arrangement?
I did, but you're injured, and it is inconvenient for me. Chen Zhang has always handled my daily care.
I'm simply here to tend to the patient. I get it. Besides, I'm your future heir. And you're my prosperous lord. For the sake of our bright future, with a caregiver's sense of duty, I'm bound to be better at it than anyone else.
So Lin Chu immediately stands up and wheels Xiao Dingzhou's chair back into the room.
Then, starting today, I'll take care of my husband. No need for you to attend him anymore. Tonight, I'll see to my husband.
as the original tale describes. Xiao Dingzhou seems mild and approachable on the surface, yet his inner self is profoundly cold and rigid, intensely commanding, like a block of ice that defies all warmth. This ties to his upbringing as the illegitimate prince, treated by his birth mother as a mere tool in her bid for favor and power. At the age of 16, he took to the battlefield. Having endured life and death, his heart had long hardened like iron. The people of the Rongguo Marquis Mansion clearly live in fear. They have long asserted their dominance, yet rely on his military exploits to revel in power and privilege, basking in the glory while nursing resentment and jealousy deep within. From youth to now, he has scarcely ever known love.
So how could he ever learn to give it?
He sits in his wheelchair, silently gazing at Lin Chuhua. Let me help you into bed.
You can manage on your own, but as husband and wife, we are one.
Husband, you must give me a chance to learn too. Get used to sharing life with another. Oh, wait, our life as a family. Oh, right. Master, senior, sister, I'll thrive here just as wonderfully as ever. Husband.
And putting out the light, Lin Chuhua slips under the covers. He lies down so obediently, tucking himself snugly under the quilt.
Husband, joyous wedding night.
Yet it is Lin Chuhua who brushes a kiss against his cheek. Once Lin Chuhua pulls back from the kiss, she settles down, pretending to be utterly composed as she murmurs.
This wedding night deserves a touch of ritual, just like my heart. Stay. Wait, isn't it just the first kiss with someone of the opposite sex? What is so earth-shattering about that when we haven't even shared a real kiss yet?
Xiao Dingzhou falls silent, his ears flushing a deep crimson. The very instant Lin Chuhua's breath draws close, his whole body instinctively bristles with weariness, convinced that Lin Chuhua must be plotting something, only for her to lean in and kiss him softly. Were it not for Xiao Dingzhou's unyielding self-control, he might have lashed out with a single palm strike to send her flying. Thankfully, the room's candlelight flickers dimly. No one could see his flushed ears burning red or his cheeks growing hot. In the next moment, his left hand was gently grasped by a soft little hand.
Father, this is my first time leaving home.
Feeling a bit uneasy, Xiao Dingzhou's left hand froze in place. Very well, it is our wedding night. And in his heart, he knew he could no longer consummate their marriage with her. But no matter what, he couldn't bear to leave her feeling disappointed. Uncle Lin looked satisfied, closed his eyes, and just before his mind began to blur, he felt as though he had forgotten something truly important. Little deceiver, feeling uneasy on your first time away from home. Yet here you are, sleeping more soundly than anyone. Xiao Dingzhou, however, was wide awake, still mulling over everything that had happened that day. On the way back to the courtyard just now, Cheng Yang had briefly recounted the changes over the past 2 years. Oh, and the 3 adopted sons, whom he had only glimpsed briefly amid the wedding suites in a hurried encounter. Without even exchanging words, just noting their complexions, those 2 boys must have had a rough time these past 2 years. He'd have to rise early tomorrow to check on them. And then there was His Majesty. Today's imperial edict, which he didn't believe was merely a simple bestowal of marriage. It was just as Xiao Dingzhou pondered the current state of affairs that he let out a muffled groan, a trickle of blood seeping from the corner of his mouth.
No, she couldn't bear it. The big gold brick must be dreaming.
And anyone unaware might think the lady had just called him a big gold brick. Xiao Dingzhou had just raised his hand to wipe the blood from his mouth when he felt a chill on his chest and reached up to touch it. Oh! It was the jewel from his beloved confidante. This, it seemed, was the care his confidante had promised him.
Yesterday, I was just a maidservant, and I failed to protect you, miss. Miss Shang suffered such grievances, and was poisoned. I'll speak no more of those past matters as your maidservant. Now, I am the general's wife. From here on, we need only live our own happy days. Of course, if others try to make our lives miserable, we cannot just wait idly for doom. We must let them know we're not ones to be trifled with.
Very well. Very well. We'll follow the young Mrs. orders.
Bring me a bowl of rice. Has Madame Jiang and the heir brought over the betrothal gifts from the general? No. Shall the madam remind them? Then, of course, since loyalties have shifted, there is no reason the rest shouldn't be returned as well. Humph, my lord. My lord, which of these lists do you think suits me best?
Nanny Lin and Qing Shuang exchanged a glance, sharing a knowing smile, their hearts brimming with quiet delight. That is splendid. The young miss has truly matured and now knows just how to tease her own husband.
The madam can decide for herself.
But I want my lord to choose for me. Unless my lord has already left early this morning. I still hoped my lord would draw my eyebrows for me back in my boudoir days. Yan, I've heard that General Dingguo wields a masterful brush in the fine arts.
This one suits the madam best.
I follow my lord's lead. Help me put it on.
Xiao Dingzhou hesitated only for a moment. Then he raised his hand and inserted the hairpin into his hair.
Does it look good? It looks so lovely.
There are some more jewels in the storeroom. Later, I'll have someone bring them over for you.
Thank you, dear one.
What time is it already? How much longer must we wait?
Madam, what on earth are you saying? Everyone knows the second master's condition. Even the master isn't pressing the matter. Yet you're the one getting impatient.
The speaker was Lady Ru, the very woman who bore Xiao Dingzhou. The old Marquis dotes on Lady Ru so intensely, he has even forsaken his own home. These days he rarely sets foot in the Marquise's mansion, neglecting all household affairs, preferring to reside at his country estate, where he indulges in poetry and painting with Lady Ru, lost in romantic reverie. Without some celebration in the mansion, these two would never return. The mansion's great and small matters are still overseen by the old lady, with the Marquis of Rongguo holding sway. Yet, even the Marchioness dares not dismiss Lady Ru's words, for the old Marquis's infatuation with her has utterly addled his senses.
Second Master and Second Madam have arrived.
We arrived late with the general. Everyone must have been waiting a while. It is my fault for fretting over the general's health. I simply had to have the physician take his pulse.
No need to rush. General Dingzhou's well-being comes first.
The physician says it is much the same as before.
The old madam immediately reassured him. Focus on recuperating for now. Xiao Dingzhou nodded in agreement. Let us proceed with the tea offering. The ceremony itself is straightforward. The only ones present worthy of receiving tea from Xiao Dingzhou and Lin Chuho are the old marquise and the old madam. Watching Madame Hao, her hands trembled with barely contained resentment. Lin Chuho savored the moment.
Relishing how you clearly despise me, yet remain utterly helpless against me. Second, uncle.
Yesterday Lin Chen committed an error. He has since recognized his fault and vows never to repeat it.
Xiao Dingzhuang offered only a vague hum of acknowledgement.
Second aunt, we overstepped our bounds yesterday. Please pardon us.
Lin Chuho remained silent, merely curving her lips into a perfectly enigmatic smile. Deprived of Lin Chuho's explicit forgiveness, Xiao Lingchen harbored quiet resentment.
Hey, how could your second aunt possibly bear a grudge against a mere junior like you, who hasn't made a few minor mistakes back in their youth? Once it is over, it is over. We're all family here, all one big family.
It is just a small slip-up.
The old madam nurses that old grudge and wants to fire back, but she forces herself to hold it in.
All right. Enough of that. No matter how you look at it, he is still your elder brother's own flesh and blood. Let's continue with the tea offering ceremony, madam.
Let me introduce you to the other elders of the whole mansion.
All right then, my lord husband.
Aye.
Second uncle, but she hasn't offered tea to second aunt yet.
The Marquis has such rules. If you don't know them, just ask eldest sister-in-law. Who should she offer the tea to in this test?
Should she offer the tea to Zheng Xi in this test? One sentence, and Jiang Yueran's face drains of color. Lin Chu glances at Xiao Dingzhao, in quite a good mood. This husband of hers truly knows how to read her mind.
I can't accept this cup of tea from Aunt Jiang.
Second uncle, why don't you hurry and take her back to rest? Isn't this embarrassing enough already? That is enough.
Go on. Take Renner back to rest.
Hold on. What do you think you're doing? Leaving? You haven't even earned your second uncle's forgiveness yet.
How dare you walk away?
Oh dear. Aunt Jiang, please wait.
There is one more thing that requires your cooperation.
What else do you want from me?
Just right. Today all the elders of the Marquis residence are present. Let everyone bear witness. This matter is already settled. The betrothal gifts that the Grand General originally sent to the Duke of Wei's residence. Shouldn't they be delivered to me by now? Husband, did I say something improper?
No, that is only right.
Little sister-in-law, you're really something. Just listen to yourself, talking about betrothal gifts like that. And right now, it is all under inner household management. You won't be shortchanged. If you want anything, just say the word to me.
Does the inner household management rely on my dowry and betrothal gifts to fill its coffers? When I departed for marriage, my mother never told me that my dowry and betrothal gifts would be used to bolster the Marquis residence's inner household management. By the way, are all you aunts present in the same boat? Forgive me for departing for marriage for the first time.
I didn't know this rule. Of course, it isn't like that. It is just the household rules call for unified management.
Since when is this the rule? Has the elder sister-in-law and the old lady put their dowries into the inner household management as well?
The Marquise's face darkened.
And she fell silent.
Oh, we're all one family. How could anyone possibly be left wanting? Enough of this. Let's drop the matter.
Old matron and elder sister-in-law, bring it out for the lady. Or shall I go fetch it myself? I'm used to doing rough work. My subordinates may not handle it with the proper care.
At your service, General. What are your orders?
What is the hurry? We can wait a moment. Head straight to Chenner's courtyard. I'll send someone right away to retrieve and exchange back Lady Jiang's betrothal gifts.
Lin Chuhui immediately felt that her husband Xiao Dingzhou truly understood her so well, and said with a beaming smile,
Hey, SK.
So it is still in concubine Jiang's courtyard. I thought it had ended up with Zhonghui. No need to trouble the old madam. Just have Nanny Lin take care of it.
Send someone with the gift list to match them item by item, and make sure nothing is taken by mistake or left behind.
Nanny Li felt a surge of anger rising within her.
Rest assured, madam, this old servant will see to it properly.
Jiang Yuaran signaled with her eyes for Xiao Lingchen to lend a hand. But before Xiao Lingchen could even speak, he was silenced by a single stern glance from the Marquis of Rongguo.
You insolent fool. Later, you'll be begging your second uncle to enforce the family discipline.
After Xiao Dingzhou had brought Lin Chuohe to pay respects to the other elders in the Marquis's mansion, he finally summoned the three sons to his side.
The three boys were Xiao Yan, Xiao Jing, and Xiao Chen. The eldest brother Yan was 13 years old. Qing Ji is 8 years old. Qing Ji, now he should be 3 years old as well.
All three children are Xiao Dingzhou's adopted sons, not picked up on the battlefield.
All the children of deceased subordinates, left in the care of their mothers.
Under their mother's care, Lin Shu and the gifts were quickly presented.
And yet, each one of them seems like such a fine child. The mother took a great liking to them.
The eldest son, Xiao Yan, is remarkably handsome. Though he suffers from illness, his demeanor is humble and gentle. He appears quite approachable at first glance. The second son, Xiao Jing, is somewhat slender, with rosy lips and pearly white teeth, born with striking beauty. One can only imagine the enigmatic, coolly handsome man he will become. The youngest son, Xiao Chen, though his gaze is timid and shy, with a playful tuft of hair sticking straight up on his head.
He is utterly adorable. From now on, we are all one family. This is my first time being a mother as well. If there is anything I do that falls short,
Please let me know. Sister Chow said this with such humility. How could one expect the children to point out her flaws? From now on, you are their mother. What child would ever resent their own mother? Chenji hardly speaks to us on ordinary days. That is one thing. But even now, upon meeting his mother, he remains silent. Won't you call me mother?
sister-in-law, why frighten the little one like that? Young Chen is still too young to address anyone properly. I bear it no mind at all. Yet here you are, taking offense on my behalf. Outsiders might well assume that I, as their mother, am neglecting the child.
That is not my intention at all.
As for matters concerning the children, I shall guide them myself, with no need for your concern, sister-in-law.
It is nothing to fret over, Brother Chen. When the time comes that he wishes to, then he'll call you mother. All right, where might the three children be residing? This morning in Qingfan Courtyard. I have yet to lay eyes on them.
They dwell in Fangcao Garden, within the estate.
And that name alone suggests it is no fitting courtyard for those close to the heart.
Second brother, after your injury, you require quiet convalescence, which is why I had the three children relocated to Fangcao Garden, lest they disturb your repose. Yet now that you have regained consciousness, the three children may return to quarters near Qingfeng Courtyard.
These are our three children, so why not? Beginning today, have them take up residence in Qingfeng Courtyard.
I share that very sentiment. Let the three children stay near at hand, and follow the madam's arrangements. That settles it, wouldn't you say?
No matter for concern, sister-in-law. You worry unduly, be it that the general and I have borne heirs or not. These three children remain our most cherished treasures, and we must love and cherish them with true devotion, finding peace only in raising them close by our side.
What the madam says rings true. It concerns the three children alone, so pray do not trouble yourself over it, sister-in-law.
Wretched son, hurry over and kowtow to apologize to your second uncle.
Second uncle, the wrong I committed at dawn deserves 10,000 deaths. Please, second uncle, punish me.
Big brother, how do you think this wretched son should be punished?
According to the house rules of our Rongguo Marquis Mansion, for disrespecting one's elders, he must write a letter of repentance. Whipping, fasting, and facing the wall in the ancestral hall for 3 days. With no food allowed for a day.
In that case, let us proceed as Big Brother has decreed. Big Brother disciplining his son has nothing to do with me.
Servants, fetch the whip!
Xiao Lingchen uttered not a word of protest, enduring 10 lashes amid the pained expressions of his mother and grandmother, his clothes on the back not even torn.
Ha! Enough!
Hurry and help him up! Summon the physician!
Oh dear!
My poor grandson!
Get up, child!
Have Big Brother and sister-in-law perhaps forgotten that there remains the Shao clan discipline decreed by Princess Yongfu?
Have you not already administered the punishment?
Big Brother jests. What does the clan discipline have to do with me? Could Big Brother's chastisement possibly substitute for that of Princess Yongfu?
Ding Zhou! This is your own nephew! Master, you really don't care at all! He is trying to take our grandson's life!
Dear nephew, whose nephew schemes against their own uncle like this? Or do you all think we can simply ignore Princess Royal Yongfu's words?
We're all one family. Balad ties are what they are. What are you saying? Princess Royal Yongfu is standing up for you, whether this punishment is carried out or not. Doesn't it all come down to you? Besides, what harm did Chunger's wife, Swap, ever do to you? Didn't this joyous wedding snap you out of your haze? Worst case, you could go begging to Princess Royal Yongfu. Spare Chenner. What is so hard about that this time? I see it. You're just narrow-minded. You won't let your eldest brother's family live in peace. You want to take Chenner's life.
What kind of twisted logic is that? So Xiao Dingzhou has to thank that. Scumbag Xiao Lingchen. The whole family is a bunch of biased freaks. Mother was spot on.
If this were the army, Xiao Lingchen would already be beheaded today.
What do you say?
Or do you all believe His Majesty would overlook Xiao Lingchen's affront? Big brother, don't forget, back then, the marriage between the Xiao and Jiang families, who begged His Majesty on their behalf.
With just one sentence, thoroughly awakening the Marquis of Rongguo, directly scaring him into a cold sweat. His son was essentially slapping the Emperor's face. If the Emperor truly pursues it, the entire Marquis household could face extermination.
That is entirely possible. The Marquis is enforcing the Xiao clan's ancestral laws and family discipline. As a father, administering the household code.
After Xiao Lingchen endured 10 lashes, he was immediately struck with 50 more blows, his skin torn open and flesh exposed, wailing in agony, utterly disheveled and wretched. Madame Marquis wept heaven-rendingly, while the old madam, unable to bear it, fainted away. Inshuhi, disregarding the Marquis and his wife's dignity, treated Xiao Lingchen as a cautionary example,
and remarked with deep feeling, loyalty, trustworthiness, and caution. These are the keys to righteousness. Thus, one must understand benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and trustworthiness. In one's actions, strive to be a true gentleman, upright and open, facing heaven without shame, without guilt toward others or one's own heart. Otherwise, you will eventually pay the price for your unjust deeds. Isn't that what Mother said? Yes.
Your mother is absolutely right in the future. Take Xiao Lingchen as a cautionary example. A gentleman has 9 considerations. In seeing, think of clarity. In hearing, think of acuity. In countenance, think of warmth. In demeanor, think of respect. In speech, think of loyalty. In action, think of reverence. In doubt, think to inquire. In anger, think of the consequences. In seeing gain, think of righteousness.
We shall heed Father's teachings with utmost care. Just like my elder brother, I aspire to learn from your father. Your father has compiled it masterfully. It is the epitome of gentlemanly virtue.
Madam, never mind. Let it go.
Lin Chuwan says,
Not at all. In my heart, father is precisely such a man. And madam is wonderful too.
Brother Jin is puzzled, feeling only the pangs of hunger. Brother Zhang, ever so gentle, sits dazed in mother's embrace. This family's intimate conversation unfolds without regard for onlookers, unabashed in the presence of others. Those around dare not utter a word, yet all witness the tender harmony between husband and wife like flawless jade. Their hearts brim with unease. Weren't you too the picture of marital propriety? This Xiao Lingchen is about to get thrashed, and here you are, driving him to his knees, right to his face, using him as a living lesson in vice to school your children. Aren't you truly afraid of the contract Marquis?
Don't overlook this one on the windowsill. Don't forget this golden threaded Namu screen. The double mandarin duck curtain hooks are among them too. Such exquisite craftsmanship.
Or is it just my imagination? Why does it seem like Madam's gaze on her today burns even hotter than yesterday's?
Madam, if I may say, wouldn't you care to act a bit more demure?
Please, Cho-hee, have you said enough? How dare you talk back to your elders like that? Daring to address her by her given name. How could you casually utter Madam's personal name? Oh, not you, Granny Lei. She is even fiercer than I am.
Jiang Yue ran with your martial prowess.
And yet here you are, powerless to act. Propriety admits no division. Your conduct is utterly disrespectful. If word spreads, folks will say even the heir apparent's companion is running wild in the general's household.
I feel like I've become Madam's mere tool, but Madam shielding me is, in the end, the right call.
Where is the young master? Has the young master returned? Forgot. The young master must face Princess Yongfu's decree. He was just given 50 strokes and is kneeling in the ancestral hall right now.
What? Ninky? Brother has no time for anything else.
With a pale face, she rushed out of the room.
Mommy, hurry! Quickly fetch the doctor. Oh, she truly loves him so deeply, no matter how the lady envies it. How could there ever be a match made in heaven, like the general and me? Hey, I've made my husband and the children see me in such a light. Actually, I have quite a good temper. It is just that I must uphold my husband's dignity. So, have no choice but to be stern at times.
She has already made up her mind in her heart about her own trusted aide, calling Lord Zuo a little con artist. And today, a sly trickster. The family returned to their own courtyard, where Xiao Dingzhou immediately ordered the servants to move the 3 children's belongings over, and Yanji and Jingji followed back to Fragrant Grass Garden. On the way back, Jingji glanced at his elder brother, and finally couldn't hold back from asking, Big brother,
what do you make of this stepmother? Is she at least tolerable? What are you implying? I haven't said a word. We're merely father's adopted sons, not his flesh and blood. And now that father has taken a wife, he'll no doubt have his own heir someday. And she certainly won't truly care for us. So don't be taken in by her kind demeanor today. He is just pretending. Look how he sweet-talked Aunt Zhang just now. That is his true nature. He is just trying to make us lower our guard first, and develop a fondness for him. Then encourage us to become fops. Until we make a mistake. And then get father to kick us out.
She is secretly eavesdropping on the servants at the back gate gossiping about outside matters. Take Wang Xiaowu from the next street over. His stepmother did exactly this to him. No way.
But she likes father, so she'll at least put on a good show for us. Big brother, how do you know she likes father? Otherwise, why would she agree to the marriage exchange right then and there? It couldn't possibly be for the 3 of us, right? Though you're right, but I'm not asking you to trust her. Father has raised us, providing us with food and shelter without worry. Otherwise, we'd have died on the streets long ago. Don't let your imagination run wild. And above all, don't say the wrong thing, or I'll have to punish you too. So, should we obey her? You can take it, or leave it. Use your own judgment.
So, muttering under his breath, he followed Big Brother back to Fragrant Grass Garden.
Anyway, I won't listen to her. I'll only heed Big Brother and Father. If she says one thing to our faces and another behind our backs, I'll expose her for sure.
Xiao Dingzhou has no idea what these 2 boys are scheming in private. Xu Xu and Jingji behind them had such vivid imaginations. Dingzhou had already examined Yanji's leg this morning, and the 3 children now knew how Yanji's leg injury had occurred. She gave a simple explanation.
And later, I'll have the physician take another look at Yanji.
Lin Shuhe nodded, thought for a moment, but said nothing for now, figuring it best to wait until the physician had examined him.
All 3 children looked rather thin, so they needed proper nourishment from here on out.
Yanji was already growing up, having lived in the wind listening yard for some time. It was time for him to have his own separate courtyard, which would better support his development. Jingji too, though Chenji is still young, and needs to stay there a couple more years.
What do you think, madam? Our husband is no different from my own in my eyes, having been injured for 2 years, leaving the 3 children without care. Shujin, since our husband has just awakened, it is only natural to shower the 3 children with extra affection.
We'll rely on you in the days ahead, madam.
No trouble at all. No trouble at all. He is not just your son. He is my son too.
Recalling the fates of the 3 children in the original tale, Lin Shu sighed once more. Yanji, so learned and gifted, accomplished in both letters and arms. Yet his leg injury had derailed his martial training and imperial exams, blocking both scholarly and martial paths alike.
On my triumphant return that year, I was ambushed by bandits. And after raising their mountain lair, I discovered the infant Chengji barely clinging to life in the bandit's den. He was just about 1 year old at the time, weary and fretful, unable to speak a word. I paid him little mind by the campfire then. But soon after, tragedy struck. From that moment, I lay in a deep coma.
Naturally, my subordinates brought Brother Chen back to the Marquise's manor as my adopted son, where the household saw to his care with the devotion due a father's own.
To this day, my 3rd brother remains mute.
The physician hasn't examined him yet. It may resolve in time, for I've only just awakened and haven't yet grasped the full story. I assumed it was because he was still so young and unfamiliar with me. Only now do I learn that he still cannot speak.
Ever since my 3rd brother was brought back, he has not uttered a single word to anyone. The Marchioness and the Dowager Lady have said that he is still young. It is only natural he doesn't speak yet. He'll find his voice as he grows older. It is I, as his elder brother, who has failed him.
I failed to care for my little brother properly. Brother Ding immediately knelt beside me, tears streaming uncontrollably from his eyes.
I share the blame too, my son, for not tending to 3rd brother as your father would have wished. You mustn't cast us out for this alone.
Nurse Zhu, when did I ever say I wanted to drive you all away? You've already done more than enough. There is no need for self-reproach. For these past 2 years, I couldn't watch over you.
And let you feel so wronged. Lin Cherhe saw right through it, though these 2 older boys still don't fully trust me. Especially Jing, who wears his heart on his sleeve. How could Dad be worried about Father kicking me out? No, he is afraid that I, as their stepmother, might not like them, and end up pushing us all away for good.
You 2 brothers have both done wonderfully, and these past 2 years surely haven't been easy for you. But from now on, with your father and me by your side, we'll make sure you never feel wronged again. There! Your father isn't upset with you at all. He loves you too much for that. Come on, no more tears. I wasn't crying. Okay. Those tears on your lashes aren't wiped away yet.
Why is he like this? He doesn't act like a mother at all.
You're nothing like a mother.
As soon as he said it, he realized his mistake and shot an uneasy glance at Xiao Dingzhou. Oh.
So, you're finally calling me mother.
Xiao Dingzhou sensed Jin's lack of respect toward Lin Chihei and was about to say something to his son. But seeing how they were getting along, that heartfelt scene, and catching Lin Chihei's subtle glance from the side, he held his tongue, though a fleeting doubt stirred in his heart. It didn't feel like he'd married a wife at all. More like, now we've got an extra daughter. The spot in Golden Phoenix courtyard, closest to the main house, went to the youngest, young Master Chen. After grasping the general situation, Lin Chu headed to young Master Bing's room to take his pulse. But before he could step inside, he overheard the mammy and maids gossiping within.
What incredible luck! Who could have imagined that the 3 young masters could actually move out of Fragrant Grass Garden? Now, our own days will be far more comfortable. Otherwise, we'd be forever stuck in Fragrant Grass Garden looking after that wild brat, with no idea when it might end.
This isn't just idle chatter. Young Master Zhu Jin does have a mother. Watch out, or Madam will hear and have you punished.
H, the little mute, can't even speak. What is there to fear? Can she run off and tattle to Madam? I'm only venting quietly to myself. Besides, it is just some lowly baseboard. Once Madam bears a true young master, what place will they have left?
Oh, the General. Madam, have mercy!
Lin Zhuhao was seething with rage. He stormed forward and kicked each one square in the mouth, and that single kick sent the mammy tumbling out the door, while young Master Jing, who had followed behind, stood there gaping in shock.
He is actually this fierce.
If this kick had landed on me, Xian figures his skinny little arms would snap right off.
Chen, be a good boy. Don't be scared. Mother's right here.
Just now, I was chatting with Brother Yan and the others, so I let the wet nurse carry Brother Chen away. Who could have imagined something like this would happen?
How dare you badmouth Brother Chen? How dare you claim Brother Chen has needle pricks on his arms and calves, and pinch marks too? You and that scum Chen Yang don't even deserve to be called human. What kind of big brothers do you think you are? Spare us!
Cheng Ya, drag us down and execute us.
General! General! Have mercy! Wait, please!
You've got people right by your side who show you no respect. Always slacking off and shirking their duties. And they're the ones placed here by the old Madam and Madam Hao.
Second Madam, we were sent over by the old Madam herself. You can't just chase us out like this.
The wet nurse thought these words would be her saving grace.
No matter whose servants they are, they'll be chained to death today.
Cheng Ya,
Drag the wet nurse and the maid out at once. The wet nurse's face drained of color once again. Are the second master and second madam really giving the old madam no face at all?
As Nanny Zhou, Cheng's wet nurse, she abused young Master Chen, a wretch like that. Cannot be tolerated in Listening Wind Courtyard. Today, we beat her to death. And as for me, no matter whose spies you are, or where you come from, to betray your masters, those who harm their lords face only one fate in my domain. These two shall serve as your dire warning. Gaze upon it clearly. This is the 7th young master sent. Chen Ya! Lay into them!
Excellent. At last the madam has come to take charge in Heavenly Palace courtyard.
In an instant, the sharp cracks of wooden staves striking flesh echoed alongside the nannies and the maids' agonized wails, filling the courtyard. Xiao Dingzhou's men all possess real martial prowess, so when they strike, their blows land with merciless force.
I offer you this chance. In these past 2 years, who among you abused the 3 young masters? Who has pilfered or schemed with unclean hands? Denounce each other now. Speak truth. And the General and I may yet spare your lives.
The scheming servants, hearts twisted, saw this as their path to survival, little knowing their mutual betrayals sealed every last one's doom. Over these 2 years, while General Xiao Dingzhou lay comatose, infiltrators were smuggled into Listening Wind Courtyard, and the lackeys from Fragrant Grass Rock, who trailed after, were purged down to the last. Yet, Madame Lin Chu granted the children great leeway, asking if young masters Yan and Jing wished to retain any attendants to their liking. Both shook their heads, no matter.
Tomorrow, I'll send fresh servants for you to choose from.
I truly underestimated this Madame Lin. The Fragrant Grass Rock spies were all my placements. What game is she playing with this?
This is a slap to my face.
What? Come to Fortune and Longevity Hall.
Chen, my dear, no one will ever bully you again from now on. The bad people have already been dealt with by father and mother. They won't come back anymore. See, Nanny Li and Kui are gone now, right? From now on, it'll just be father, mother, and your brothers with you, Chen, to protect you. All right, no one is allowed to bully Chen ever again. If any bad people bully Chen, then father and mother will turn into little puppies. Woof, woof, woof.
Third brother,
I'm sorry. Big Brother didn't take good care of you. I didn't notice the nanny and made bullying you. In the future, Big Brother won't let anything like this happen again.
Third brother, I won't let anyone bully you either.
It is father. It is Chen.
We've let Chen suffer such grievances. It won't happen again in the future.
Chen, it is not that he can't make sounds. It is just that he doesn't want to speak. Lin Chu suspects that psychological factors are playing a major role.
Huh, Fizz? So the lady knows medicine after all.
I learned a little from my nanny Dong Yili who cared for me. I picked up some knowledge by following her lead. Though I'm no divine healer, I've surpassed my teacher. Better than the blue from the green. Chen's pulse reading is a bit weak, but it is alright. This is mainly due to long-term deficiency. We'll nourish it back properly in the days to come. And brother Yan and brother Jing as well. They need nourishing too. You two have both gotten a bit thinner.
Lin Chu still needs to check Chen's throat. Lin Chu couldn't help but sigh inwardly. If this were in my previous life's medical laboratory, a super CT scan would suffice. It would instantly reveal any ailments in the body. Just scan it. But now, without the conditions, I can only resort to other methods for the examination. Unexpectedly, just as this thought had formed in his mind, the moment his finger touched Cheng's neck, in Lin Shu's mind, a clear image had already appeared. It was a super CT scan image.
Lin Shu's face was instantly filled with question marks.
Yes, the super CT is a deep body scanner he led the development of. The very moment his finger touched Chen Ji, the instant his mind shifted, it had already formed an image automatically in his mind. His finger was the CT scanner. Lin Shu, his finger, immediately withdrew from Chen He's body. The prolonged tone vanished in an instant. The stern voice of the eye, Pro 3D, pulled Lin Shu his thoughts back.
For now, there seems to be no epilepsy, no chorea, aside from these pinhole bruises, and no other wounds. Just a bit undernourished. Our little Chen Ji is still so young. No need to rush. He is surely waiting for father to wake up, and for mother to hold him more, before he'll feel like speaking, right? It is perfectly fine if he doesn't want to talk. Chenji doesn't have to say a word if he doesn't want to. He can draw pictures instead of speaking, and write words when he is ready. If he wants something, he can just point to it with his finger, and we'll all understand. Father, mother, and your brothers won't blame you at all, Chenji.
Yes, exactly. It is no big deal not to talk. Who even likes talking? Second brother hardly says a word himself.
With wide eyes full of doubt, Brother Cheng glanced at Lin Shu, then at his two brothers, and finally turned his gaze toward Xiao Dingzhou. A child's instincts are spot on, intuiting that father is a dangerous man. Even though Xiao Dingzhou rescued him from the bandit lair, he was too young at the time, and then father fell straight into a coma. So in these past 2 years, the chances to see Xiao Dingzhou could probably be counted on one hand.
Brother Yan, Brother Jing, how about I check your pulses to put your minds at ease?
Thank you, mother. I'm perfectly fine, son as I am. I've told you that much, yet you still won't believe me.
Young man, but your expression tells a very different story.
Let mother take a look at you both. I've been unconscious for 2 years, and have no idea how your health has fared.
It is the perfect chance to learn about you two, so they had no choice but to obediently extend their hands. Lin Chuhuo first took Brother Yan's pulse. The instant his fingers rested on the pulse point, Lin Chuhuo focused his intent, and the supervision scan of Brother Yan's wrist immediately appeared. He confirmed once more the exact spot on the body he was touching, realizing that, through mental control, he could harness the supervision from within his space, though the range was confined to just 3 inches around the point of contact with his finger. Lin Chuhuo then tried to draw on the resources in his space, such as the other medical instruments or medicines stored there, but he soon realized he could see those instruments and medicines clearly, yet he still couldn't use them just yet.
Why is that? You've given them to me,
but you won't grant me the right to wield them.
My dear.
So, how does it look, Brother Yuan? You need to eat more nourishing foods. All that prolonged worry has overtaxed your kidneys. It has damaged your spleen and stomach as well. No doubt you've been having trouble sleeping lately. I'll prescribe a formula to help bring you back into balance.
I didn't sleep well last night, and even Mahjong could tell.
Young lad, just wait until I show you a real natural move. Not only do I know Brother Yan barely slept a wink last night, but after finally drifting off, he had a nightmare too. He woke up in a cold sweat, heart racing with unease.
Am I right? Isn't that so, Brother Zhao?
How about you, mother? Feeling all right?
As for Brother Yan's leg injury,
it is nothing serious. Just makes walking a bit inconvenient for now. It doesn't hinder daily life much. And honestly, I don't mind.
Even if you truly don't mind, you still need to get it treated. You're still growing, after all.
The doctor said the injury was quite severe at the time, with damaged veins blocking the meridians, making it untreatable.
Which doctor dared say that? I promise I won't beat them to death. It is clearly not a major issue. With proper care, you can fully recover and walk and live like anyone else. By then, Practicing martial arts won't be affected at all. Even that fake husband's leg can still be healed. Back then, after the injury, there probably wasn't time or energy for proper recuperation, which let the wound worsen, and ultimately hindered the meridian's recovery and regeneration. That internal medicine doctor was just a quack, perfunctorily, claiming it couldn't be cured. Luckily, not much time has passed, so it is not too late to treat it now. Thank you for the comfort, Mother. Truth is, I've gotten used to it over these 2 years.
Yinchu could tell right away that the boy didn't believe her at all, and even thought she was just trying to console him.
Brother Yan, I'm not just consoling you. I'm speaking the plain facts, very seriously. An injury like yours is far from incurable. Your leg can be healed, provided you follow my treatment plan.
Big brother! The pulse reading confirms it, which means your leg can be saved. You can resume your martial arts training and join the song and dance gatherings again. That is wonderful. That is wonderful. Dr. Lin, tell me quickly how to treat it.
A son must care for his elderly mother. How can I not repay the great kindness of healing her?
You are my son. A mother's love for her child is only natural. What great kindness. You're treating me like an outsider. My son spoke out of turn. I'll examine you more thoroughly later to determine the best course of treatment. For now, nothing is certain.
It is hard to say about Mother. She asked me for a basic pulse check too. She showed me everything. I never refused to examine her.
Lin Chu released his hand, placing it on Jingji's chest. To proceed.
What are you doing? Is it because you wake up at night with chest tightness and occasionally feel pain in your chest?
Jingji suffers from heart qi deficiency. As his birth father mentioned, it stemmed from a difficult labor at birth.
Heart qi deficiency? Lin Chu, he fell silent. This isn't merely heart qi deficiency. This is congenital heart disease. Seeing Lin Chu, he silent. Xiao Dingzhou's expression turned grave.
Oh, Madam holds a different view.
Am I suffering from a grave illness? Is there no hope left for me?
Jingji, it is not a case of heart qi deficiency, but rather stems from impatience.
It is not that you are deceiving me, for I am not impatient at all. I refuse to believe you meant it deliberately. You are lying because you do not like me as father's son, are you not?
Jingji, Madam, are you certain?
I know not how many physicians my husband has summoned for Jingji over the years, and should misfortune strike, we shall summon more healers or imperial physicians to take the pulse. Surely someone will discern the same affliction as I have. Jingji's heart ailment is congenital, and it has lain dormant all these years, likely because he was diagnosed in childhood with heart qi deficiency and treated early with medicines that offered some relief, coupled with Jingji's own cautious ways in daily life. Yet lately, clear signs must have emerged. Jingji, of late, you must have often felt chest tightness, with occasional gripping pains, and nights of stifling suffocation.
Is that so, Jinge? Forgive me.
Father, your son fears he can no longer serve you with filial devotion by your side. Mother, I am so sorry.
Jingji, go and apologize properly to Lin Chu.
It is not that I despise you. I merely feared you might not favor the three of us, for eldest brother and third brother hold you in great esteem. Shh. Henceforth, bear my share of filial piety toward father as well.
Take good care of Brother Chen. Brother Chung. Second brother won't live to see you grow up. I even heard you call me second brother once.
Hey, hold on. I wasn't finished talking yet. It is urgent, sure, but I never said it was terminal.
As the words landed, everyone's gazes snapped toward Lin Chuahe.
Stunned.
No, it is not terminal.
He was utterly dumbfounded. That whole farewell was for nothing.
The myocardium can be tricky, but medication can keep flare-ups at bay. And if conditions allow, surgery can cure it outright. The current acute symptoms can be managed with meds, but you'll need to mind a few details in daily life.
Jiang Ji didn't catch much else, but controllable and curable hit home. I
don't want to die.
I've still got my mom.
Really? Of course. Why would I lie to you? As long as I'm treating you, your health will only get better, never worse.
This is so awkward. I've lost all face.
Lin Zhuhe stifled a laugh.
Still saying goodbye? I won't even say it. I won't bring up what just happened. Not playing with you all anymore.
Lin Chu had left his fill, carefully instructing on daily life precautions, prescribing a remedy, sending someone to fetch the herbs. So, annoying?
The small chamber.
But it cannot be used. After this, Brother Jing grew much closer to Lin Shuhi.
Mother's a divine physician. She can not only check on Big Brother, but perhaps examine Father's legs too. Hey, that is great. Father's saved too. Hey, Madam.
Since you've examined the two young masters, why not take a look at the general as well? Perfect! The general saved!
Xiao Dingzhou shot Cheng Yang a glance. A look that screamed busybody. This is his wife. Of course, she'll check him over. No reason to dote on the sons and overlook her husband.
You're right. I nearly forgot. But you only examined Fuyi this morning. Not sure if you need me to look again.
Father, Mother, let's go tidy up the room. We're off then.
He didn't want to go, but Big Brother dragged him away and scooped up Brother Chang in one go. Brother Chang looked utterly bewildered.
Madam, can I trust you?
Isn't trust the foundation of a couple's bond? It seems I've never threatened my husband. Have I?
Can Brother Yan's leg really be healed?
A trifling matter. Merely a question of time. Compared to healing the wounds of the body, getting Brother Yan to open his heart is the true challenge. This young man seems mild-tempered on the surface, always wearing a smile, yet weighed down by heavy thoughts. He hides things so well. He must have endured many grievances. Husband, why are you looking at me like that? Is it because you've realized your wife is not only beautiful and lovely, but also endowed with boundless talents?
Oh, thank goodness. The children aren't nearby.
Seeing Xiao Dingzhou looking so uneasy, I've finally gone numb from pulling him out of the river. She places her fingers on Xiao Dingzhou's wrist,
focusing intently on taking his pulse.
Xiao Dingzhou's physique is the weakest in the entire family. What is wrong? The general still has internal energy, right?
Plus, he possesses some iron immortals.
You must have some misunderstanding about them. This is even more powerful than Master's, isn't it? Why does it show signs of backlash? Father's condition hasn't fully recovered yet. Last night, he forcibly channeled his internal energy. Your husband carries chronic injuries from his adult years. About 5 years ago, he suffered severe internal injuries, but without proper recuperation, he was wounded again 2 years ago. Compounding the damage, he has remained in a coma these past 2 years, making treatment challenging, with those internal injuries still raging within him.
Madam, can I trust you?
Isn't trust the very foundation of a marriage? I don't think I've ever threatened you, my lord. Have I?
Can Brother Yan's legs truly be healed?
It is a trifling matter, merely a question of time. Compared to mending wounds of the body, the real challenge is getting Brother Yan to open his heart. This young one appears mild-mannered on the surface, always wearing a smile, yet weighed down by heavy thoughts, and one who keeps such secrets must have endured countless grievances. Why are you looking at me like that, my lord? Is it because you've discovered your wife is not only beautiful and lovely, but also blessed with boundless talents?
Oh, thank goodness. The children aren't here to see this.
With Lord Xiao looking so ill at ease, finally pulled through and the numbness has set in. Her fingers gently rest on the pulse at Lord Xiao's wrist,
focusing intently on the pulse diagnosis.
Lord Xiao's constitution is by far the weakest in the family. What is the issue? The general still possesses internal energy, doesn't he?
And there are traces of malevolent spirits lingering.
As if you all harbor some misunderstanding about them. This force is even more formidable than the Master's, isn't it? Yet why do the signs of backlash appear? Father's health hasn't fully mended yet. As he forcibly channeled his internal energy last night, my lord harbors old injuries from his adult years, deep within, sustained from internal wounds about 5 years ago. Without proper recuperation, he suffered fresh injuries 2 years back, layering wound upon wound, leaving him comatose these past 2 years. Treatment proves arduous, with those internal injuries still raging unchecked inside. This causes a blockage in the flow of the meridians, which ordinary physicians would likely fail to detect. But the internal injuries are not severe, and can be gradually regulated back to health.
The lady need only rest assured on that front.
Lin Zhu nodded in agreement.
As for the legs, however, treatment will require some time, though they can still be healed. Of course. May I take a look?
Lin Zhu 好问. Why even ask? Naturally.
It is just that the poultice is rather unsightly, and I fear it might unsettle the lady to behold.
Poultice. How is the lady holding up?
It simply takes time. I must take the pulse repeatedly to devise a treatment plan, but the process may prove quite painful for him, requiring steadfast resolve from the general. Of course, I'll remain by his side the whole way.
No hardship will daunt us. You've gone to such trouble, madam. Lin Chuhua pouted, brimming with grievance, whining, and coquetry in equal measure.
My husband always says, "You've gone to such trouble to me." He is being far too courteous. It doesn't feel like my husband at all. More like one of my ordinary patients. And it is not endearing in the least.
Then I shan't say it anymore. Henceforth, I shouldn't have said it.
My husband's heart fire is flaring fiercely today, unable to vent, leaving him sleepless through the night. In the midst of its own exuberance, where wind follows the prior yang without harmony, yin and yang in balance, like the slant of the setting sun.
This much is clear as well. Actually, if my husband hasn't yet finished his words, Xiao Dingzhou's heart gave a sudden, fierce thud.
General, visitors have arrived at the old madam's courtyard.
Only after Chen Yang had spoken did he notice that the general and his wife's expressions seemed rather amiss.
Did the old madam mention what it is about?
It is nothing urgent. The old madam simply wishes to invite you over for a little chat.
Since it is nothing urgent, please tell the old madam that I'll pass for now. I've just woken up, and there are many matters in the courtyard that require my wife's attention.
Are you truly worried she'll be bullied by the old madam?
Old madam merely wishes the second madam to come over for a brief talk.
If the second master requires assistance, why not summon someone from Fushou Hall instead?
General,
Since the old madam wishes to converse,
I should still go.
and you'll come fetch me to rejoin you. Alright, it'll only be a short while. I'll be back soon.
No worries. Nanigi watches this scene with some surprise. The second master seems to hold the new madam in high regard. This is something I must report back to the old madam.
Nanny, let's be off, so we don't keep the old madam waiting.
Ling Chuo has left. The general plans to wait here for Madam, doesn't he? Who would have thought the general would be so attached? Madam, as expected, those brothers in the camp were spot on. Once a man takes a wife, he changes.
He naturally learns to dote on her. Head to the study and let him wait there.
Isn't he quite capable? Grind down his sharp edges a bit.
Nanigi has gone in, fine, but still no one has come out after all this time. Ah, Lin Zhu understands.
Oh, my mother-in-law hasn't forgotten.
She is all too familiar with this script. The original lady suffered just like this back then.
Go and tell Dowager Lady Qing. The general has only just awakened, and truly cannot do without me. If Dowager Lady Qing is not in a hurry, I shall return to Tianfeng Courtyard first.
Very well, very well. Let him wait a moment. She wasn't even willing to let him in.
Dowager Lady Qing, Lady Anlin.
Now that you have married to General Dingzhou, you are one of the Rongguo Marquis Mansion. In all matters, you must place the Rongguo Marquis Mansion first. And General Dingzhou above all. What Dowager Lady Qin says is right. General Dingzhou is still fuming over handling that matter with Chen Yi. He has overstepped the bounds. And as his wife, you should prioritize harmony within the mansion gates. And Counsel General Dingzhou.
Dowager Lady Qin is absolutely right. Harmony in the family brings prosperity in all things, especially for a great house like the Rongguo Marquis Mansion. It must be upheld by the rules. Otherwise, when dealing with the outside world and acting improperly, it will bring calamity upon the Marquis' mansion, disrupting the family's peace. I shall speak to the general upon my return, consult with the old Marquis, and proclaim it to the clan's disciples.
As a warning to all, Dowager Lady Qin nearly spat out a mouthful of blood.
What? Is that what I meant?
Lin Zhu, with utter sincerity on her face, as Dowager Lady Qin well knows.
Everyone has always said I am dull and wooden, Dowager Lady.
The wise old lady took a deep breath. Oh, dear.
I just wanted you to persuade him a little, to lighten or waive the punishment for Chenner.
Lin Zhuohe replied. Oh, Lin Zhuohe acknowledged. How so?
Do you know how to go about it?
Lin Zhuohe shook her head. I don't know.
But to avoid angering the general, while still conveying the old madam's message, I'll go back and think it over carefully. Perhaps in 3 to 5 days, I'll come up with something. If not, 10 days or half a month should suffice.
It is all for your sake. You're deliberately opposing me.
Old madam, are you upset? No matter what, the crown prince is still your grandson. Even if you're angry over his matters, you mustn't disregard your own health.
Oh, no. Fine. 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 Right and wrong. That is how the Lin family turns them upside down. The old madam fainted from anger once more. Lin Zhuohe was greatly alarmed. She rushed to the door at once. Ah!
Someone! Cao Fuyi! Hurry! The old madam fainted over the crown prince's matter. From sheer fury.
A quarter of an hour later, Lin Zhuohe returned to Tianfeng Courtyard. She headed straight for the study upon arrival. Husband!
Something's wrong. What happened? Has the old madam fainted again? The old madam asked me to persuade you. For a harmonious family brings prosperity to all. And I said I'd come back and find a way to convince you. I never imagined the old madam would worry herself so terribly over this, that she couldn't hold out and fainted. Alas, a grandmother's love for her grandson. It truly moves the whole world to pity.
No need to worry. It is a turbulent autumn in the manor. The old madam simply succumbed to a fit of frantic worry.
Is Lin Zhuoxi speaking the truth?
It truly isn't my fault.
Of course not. Just rest easy, madam.
General's wife. Were you two famous opera stars in a previous life, under the broad daylight of this clear and upright world?
One puts on quite a show, while the other indulges it all.
What a spectacle! And so, after a mere quarter hour, word spread through the entire household that the old madam, tormented by fears of his death-defying ordeal, had just awakened only to faint once more after another quarter hour. It is Yi Zhen who is truly unfilial, burdening the elder with such constant worry. Thus, no sooner had the old madam awakened than she learned of the household's turmoil, and fainted yet again.
Alas!
Heaven takes pity on us at last. As midday approached, a court physician arrived from the palace, bearing word that His Majesty had learned of General Dingguo's awakening, and had dispatched him to take the post of well-being.
Physician, how fares the general's condition?
The general's revival is truly a blessing from the heavens, though his wounds from that fateful battle were grievously severe. To awaken now.
His fortune, beyond measure.
The general's martial arts are completely lost. That is an undeniable fact. His legs have lost all sensation. The meridians damaged far too severely for any real recovery to be possible.
You're fortunate just to have survived with your life.
If the general requires further care, I would trouble you to visit and perform a pulse diagnosis, you little trickster.
The imperial physician's diagnosis differs from yours. Madam, aren't you worried, madam? Huh?
The one who should be worried isn't my husband. It is you. What I mean is, well, I trust only my own judgment. Don't you think my judgment is flawed, my lord? After all, our visitor today is the Vice Director of the Imperial Medical Academy.
Yet, I believe you possess saintly medical expertise, madam, far beyond what you could have simply learned from your nanny.
But you couldn't fool him. Truth be told, I have a master.
How did you spout such nonsense to the imperial physician?
Thank you for playing along in my little act to you, Lin Zhuhe. Are a master of solemn absurdity.
A few years ago, an elderly neighbor settled by the back gate of the Lin residence. He happened to know medicine. Once, a rash broke out on my face, and I didn't dare tell my family. But that old gentleman came to my aid. On quiet days, I secretly studied medicine with him, hidden from my family, thinking it wise to have a skill to fall back on for security. To my surprise, I showed remarkable innate talent and mastered 70 to 80% of his craft.
He could tell that while she was bluffing him, she was also subtly boasting about her own abilities, but he had no proof. Lin Zhuhe's expression remained utterly sincere. He could even utter my master's taboo name.
The old gentleman saw my natural talent and quick wit, and thus took me on as his disciple. Before departing, he even shared his taboo name, Lingjang, revealing we bore the same surname. Doesn't that feel like destiny?
It truly is fateful, and mastering a skill like that is undoubtedly a blessing.
If one day I venture out to treat women's ailments for others, would my husband permit it? Of course he would.
Though you are wed to me, my lady, you still hold freedom in all matters. You may pursue whatever your heart desires.
No wonder he is the side character the author dotes on so much. Xiao Dingjun is the epitome of an ideal husband. Such a wonderful man. In my eyes, he is the finest gentleman under heaven.
Is that so? The world holds many more worthy men.
But what of it? They hold no relevance to me, as they too shall find their matches among the realm's other fine ladies. Yet my husband's late consort, the one who once stood by his side, I know she took to the battlefield at just 16, bestowed by His Majesty as the youngest Flying Cloud General, upholding her family's traditions. Steadfastly, she helped secure peace and prosperity for Great Jin. What I see in her is a resolute spirit, an unyielding resolve, brave yet strategic, excelling in both letters and arms. Her vision reaches far beyond the horizon, with affections as deep and enduring as the ages. Enough now.
My husband trusts his lady's words completely, for you are among the most exceptional women in the world. Naturally, so.
How else would I have come to know the general? Let me check on the kitchen.
No, your current status forbids you from entering the inner hall. Someone escort Aunt Jiang away and clear the path.
Do not block my father! Mother, do not forget, even though I am now Brother Chen's concubine, my father is the Duke of Wei. My aunt is the crown princess. They will not allow me to remain a concubine for the rest of my life. Brother Chen!
Madam Hao came back to her senses, gritted her teeth, and snorted. Very well. Xiao Chen's wounds are grave. Brother Chen.
Endure it a while longer. Tomorrow, I shall have father plead with Princess Yongfu. Very well.
Not trouble your father-in-law. The matter of our marriage has already kindled his wrath.
Yet, how can I bear to see you endure such suffering?
Second uncle is truly ruthless.
Even a general crippled in both legs can still achieve his aims.
In the end, the Rongguo Marquis Mansion shall be mine to command. I shall have the final word, and this score I will surely settle.
This grudge I shall remember as well. Madam! Grave news!
The second young master has fallen ill. Lin Chu sprang to his feet, and no sooner had he gone out than he encountered Xiao Dingzhou arriving from the study. The two hastened towards second brother's chambers.
Generals, madam, the second young master fell ill in his sleep, and now his pulse has ceased. This servant deserves death! This servant deserves death!
He leaped onto the bed at once, kneeling beside Brother Jin, performing CPR. This action stunned everyone present, including Lady Zhang Yang. What else does she need?
Why hasn't the imperial physician arrived yet?
With Brother Jin's condition critical, Lin Chuhe seethed inwardly. Her space system not at hand when she needed it most, nor better operating room conditions to perform CPR on Brother Jin. Even a single dose of epinephrine would do. Just as the thought flashed through her mind, Lin Chuhe heard a voice. The medicine cabinet holding epinephrine in her space hummed silently. The automated arm in the pharmacy extending, dispensed the epinephrine and handed it to her. But Lin Chuhe thought to herself, is this space system really that finicky? It won't activate until the absolute last moment. As if I'd ever abuse it.
All of you, get out and close the door. I need to treat Brother Jin without any interruptions.
No one comes in. Tang Ya, guard the door. No one gets through. General.
The imperial physician is here. What is wrong with the general?
No need for now. Have him wait.
The imperial physician has arrived.
Father and mother. Just the two of them. Don't they need his help?
Second brother, I just heard that Brother Jing has fallen ill. Oh dear, this is just awful.
And right after sister-in-law brought the child over. Now, the child's taking ill too. As I always say, all the servants in this courtyard have been dismissed. Who is left to care for the child? Brother Jing's health has always been frail.
Hey! Oh dear! Where is the sister-in-law?
Why isn't she here at a time like this?
Shut your mouth. Drag Changyang out.
Changyang rolls up his sleeves, right on the verge of striking. The door swings open from inside. Linju says calmly, "It is all right now."
Brother Qian has come to, and is out of danger.
The second brother, still anxious.
Sis, it is fine. Rest well now.
No worries. Just sleep. I'm right here.
Nothing will happen. The others all step out, but the old master lingers to take his pulse.
The second young master suffered a heart urgency syndrome just moments ago. It was clearly a dire crisis. Yet it turned to safety so swiftly. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. The Crown Prince's heart urgency syndrome has been studied exhaustively by the entire Imperial Medical Bureau. So how on earth was this urgency resolved?
The prince's constitution is inherently weak. The physician diagnosed heart qi deficiency. He struggled to breathe even in his sleep just now. Thankfully, Madam knows Tuina techniques to ease Brother Jing's pain. In the heat of the moment, we may have offended.
Please forgive us, Imperial Physician Wang.
The general's paternal devotion is understandable. No matter, so that is how it was. This old man feared it was the young master's condition flaring up. Yet Madam knows the heart urgency treatment.
Xiao Dingzhou's words clearly intend to conceal her abilities.
How would I know anything about heart-mind therapy? It was because my mother once fell ill that I picked up some Tuina techniques with only a superficial grasp of Qi Huang principles. And just now, I had no choice but to give it a try. So please, Imperial Physician Wang, make the diagnosis. I wonder how Brother Jing is faring.
Imperial Physician Wang nodded, thinking to himself that he had indeed misunderstood the situation earlier. The ailing general's wife. How could a woman possibly understand such treatments? In his haste, he took Brother Jing's pulse and prescribed a new formula, along with reminders for daily precautions, before finally taking his leave.
Oh dear, second sister-in-law. I always say having too few hands in the courtyard just won't do. For Brother Jing and the little one are both so delicate. And I reckon it is best to call Liu and the others down to help tend to them. Ha! You!
What are you doing?
Let go of me.
HMH! You saw Brother Jing this afternoon, knowing full well he is allergic to the scent of garlic vine blossoms. Yet you went and provoked him anyway.
I wouldn't believe a word you say.
I didn't! You're spouting utter nonsense!
Jinzhou gripped Madam Hao's collar and wouldn't let go, saying coldly,
I asked him right when Brother Jing first woke up. She had encountered the eldest sister-in-law that afternoon, with garlic vines clutched in the eldest sister-in-law's hands. She felt a tightness in her chest after catching the scent. She knew she was allergic to the aroma of garlic vine, so she hurried away, dreading the onset of a rash. Yet for the anxiously impatient, even an allergic scent can stir up inner turmoil. Even a slight delay, and the fallout for Brother Jing would be unthinkable.
Lady Ho's mind raced in panic. She never imagined it would spiral like this. She only knew Brother Jing would break out in hives from the garlic vine's fragrance. Fueled by her seething resentment toward Lin Shuhi, Lin Shu showed her no respect, beyond even the old lady's reach. And right then, upon seeing Brother Jing, a malicious impulse struck. Let Brother Jing fall ill over this. Perfect. An excuse to brand Lin Shuhi, that careless stepmother, as neglectful of the child, driving the three children to turn against her.
No, that is not true! I didn't!
Oh no! That garlic scent clinging to you still demands an accounting.
Dear. Don't you listen to that lawyer's wild fabrications! He is sowing discord in our Hao mansion! It is plainly her own failure to fulfill her duties, leaving the child without proper care!
Sister-in-law wanted me to feign affection toward those close to you, to test if they could truly keep your secret.
You dare! Lord Xiaoding! Who do you think you are?
Go fetch eldest brother at once.
Lu Fengfeng darted away like the wind, and swiftly returned with the Marquis of Rongguo. By the time he arrived, he found his wife sprawled on the ground in utter disarray.
Madam.
Second brother, what have you done?
This is your elder sister-in-law. Let eldest brother question her himself, once he is heard the truth. Give me a full accounting. Otherwise, I'll have no choice but to settle this my own way.
My lord! You must stand up for me. It was not my intent. How could I have known young Jing would act so impetuously? They all say it is his lack of composure.
Impetuous toward you! What fault is yours?
Better I explain. Lin Chu recounted the whole affair in just a few words.
Even without knowing Brother Jing's hasty temperament, could it be that Jing Ji is allergic to the scent of garlic vine? Doesn't anyone in the entire home mansion know why garlic vine is planted in the residence? What on earth was my sister-in-law thinking?
The Marquis of Rongguo, seething with rage, slapped her across the face. Lady Ho was left utterly stunned. After marrying the Marquis of Rongguo, this was the first time he had ever struck her.
Oh, my lord!
Why, you really? Oh, blaming me for this is your sister-in-law's fault. She has been so overwhelmed lately that she overlooked this. I assure you, it will never happen again.
No, your sister-in-law was just worn out and muddled.
Rest assured. Over these next 5 days, I'll ensure she reflects properly in the courtyard. From now on, everyone in the whole mansion will be extra vigilant. And if anyone fails to give their all, they'll be dealt with according to the rules at once.
He said all that. Yet the Marquis of Rongguo ground his teeth in silence. This brother of his was truly impossible to handle. To go to such length for a mere adopted son.
So, I hope my eldest brother heeds these words today. Sister-in-law, should there ever be a next time, if he slips up again, my blade might not spare him. Sister-in-law, should there ever be a next time, if he slips up again, my blade might not spare him.
To ensure little Jing gets proper rest and recovery, I'll have someone prepare a gift and send it over shortly.
It is all right.
Your second brother will wake up soon.
Outside the courtyard, Xiao Dingzhou sighed that the Marquis's mansion was rife with unrest within.
It has wronged you, madam, but the true grievance is not mine.
It is the children who suffer. As for the matters of the imperial court, husband, you need only weigh them carefully. I'll stand with your eldest brother and mother. How are you feeling? Doing all right?
I feel no discomfort whatsoever. It is as if I was never sick at all.
Oh, now that little Jin is awake? How is he?
No. He is fine now.
Lin Chung nodded. That is all that matters.
The chase is over. Aren't you going to ask anything else?
Well, here is your reward. Our little Jin has bravely vanquished the demon of illness this time.
I'm not a little kid. He doesn't want the candied fruit. That is all right.
Brother Chen is just a kid. There. For Brother Chen, no laughing now. You try a few of these preserves first. The medicine later will be awfully bitter, but these preserves are so sweet.
They're delicious, aren't they?
Why the days? You don't want any. I made them especially for you. You can't find anything like them outside. Thanks for the treat. Mother, why the tears? I'm not crying.
It is just the wind kicking up some sand in my eyes.
Shall I help dig your eyes out of the sand? Then.
You all are terrible. Hey, I'm just touched.
That is all.
No one's ever cared for me like this before. I grew up without a mother. I never knew what it felt like to have one. So what is wrong with getting a little emotional?
There. Now you've got a mother from here on out. And next time you head out, you can shout it from the rooftops. That your mother is the best in the whole world. She is not just skilled in medicine. She is a beauty who makes the moon hide and flowers blush. A stunner who topples fish and geese. And she makes these preserves too, with the kindest heart, able to get along with the likes of you. And there'll be even more surprises from her skills down the line. So all the kids in the capital will envy you for such a wonderful mother.
Brother Jian, that wistful Anju of his sure loves to toot her own horn.
Just admit it, right?
Hey, of course. Only the most remarkable woman under heaven could be Xiaoju's mother.
Lin Shuhe deserves every bit of it.
Great minds think alike.
Well then, what about me? Give me a hug.
Huh? What did you say? Nothing to it.
Brother Chen wants a hug too. I'm already so grown up. Why do you still treat me like a little kid and hug me?
Oh, that stubborn streak and tsundere attitude must run in the family.
So, when Xiao Dingzhou wheeled over, it was just the four of them, mother and her three sons. Munch away. These irresistible preserves have even Yangi hooked. So Xuanyi didn't bring any preserves for Xiao Dingzhou. Father.
Do you have any preserves? I don't eat them. The preserves were handmade by mother herself. Mine are plums, Brother Chen's are grapes, and Big Brother's are hawthorns. But Dad, you don't have any...
Little Chen just isn't good with chopsticks yet. Isn't that right? Mother forgot? Our Brother Chen is still so little. These chopsticks are too long and tricky for him. So tomorrow Mother will have someone craft a perfect pair just for Brother Chen. All right.
Didn't you catch what Madam said?
Wow.
Jinji is amazing! He managed to pick up the greens all by himself. Brother Chen is just too clever. And he even knows to take a bite of veggies. Then a bite of meat. And so...
At the dinner table, amid Lin Shuohe endless praises, there echoed Brother Cheng's delighted giggles.
Such a marriage swap will only bind our two families together. I was one of the two who raised this matter in the Halin Academy as well. I don't even know how to respond.
Forget it. Forget it. What is done is done. Fortunately, we have the imperial marriage decree secured by Grand Princess Yongfu. When word gets out, it won't sound all that bad. Having the second sister marry Xiao Dingzhou isn't necessarily a bad thing. In the future, she can lend a hand to Yunner's father.
Li Weinian is unhappy about Xiao Dingzhou's current predicament.
Everyone at court knows it. The common folk know too. Who can expect him to rise again and lead troops into battle? What can he possibly do to help his sister? The second sister is truly naive.
The situation that day was clear. Grand Princess Yongfu was shielding him.
He'd be better off saying he is returned to his estate. Then we could arrange a better match for him later and forge a stronger alliance.
Yuan'er and his highness, the grandson, are both advanced in years. The crown prince is frail to boot. His Majesty appointed the grandson heir at an early age. Anyone with eyes can see what is afoot. This throne will be the grandson's sooner or later.
You can't just blurt that out.
At home, only father grasps this unspoken understanding. My son wouldn't go blabbing outside.
Enough of that. Hush now. Wait till Hua brings Xiao Dingzhou back, and we'll give them a proper welcome. Then we can see just how well Xiao Dingzhou has recovered.
We're already a full shichen late.
And still no sign of them.
I reckon Xiao Dingzhou doesn't hold our Lin household or second sister in high regard.
Father Lin shot him a stern glare. Soon, word came from outside that the second miss had returned with her husband.
What now? Go welcome General Dingguo. General Xiao, forgive us for not coming out to greet you from afar. Esteemed father-in-law and mentor, at tonight's family banquet, there are no colleagues, only father and son-in-law. No need for formalities. Oh, by the way, this is my young son, Little Chen.
This is your maternal grandfather. This is your maternal grandmother. This is your uncle. Father, mother, please don't take offense. Little Chen is still so young. He hasn't started speaking yet.
A peculiar expression crossed Mother Lin's face. This child looks to be about 3 years old already.
Yet, he hasn't uttered a word.
Could there be something amiss with him? He'll be sure to ask about it shortly. You know. The three men paid no mind to the little rascal and invited Xiao Dingzhou inside. Men have their own matters to discuss among themselves, and not a soul in the Lin household inquired about the swapped marriage, only asking how Lin Chuwu was faring in the Rongguo Marquis mansion. Once Lin Chuwu assured them all was well, they turned their full attention to Xiao Dingzhou.
My dear child, let your father and brothers have a word with General Xiao, while we two slip off to the inner courtyard for a chat.
Zhu Hua gave a quick assent, taking young Chenji along with her. On the path to the inner courtyard, Mother Lin grew visibly displeased.
Oh my, you've come along with me. That is fine enough. But what on earth possessed you to bring a child?
Lin Chuwu, you said Chenji was throwing a fit and crying all day.
Can't bear to be parted from you. But now that you've wed General Xiao, you're one of General Xiao's people from here on out. And every step you take reflects on the family's honor. You see, your words and deeds must always be measured and proper, lest the folks whisper that I failed to raise my daughter right.
Mother Li was forever one to ramble on like this.
I've heard General Xiao has 3 adopted sons in all. After all, he is just an adopted son, not of your own blood. Once he grows up, he won't hold much affection for you. You must hasten to bear your own heirs and claim all that falls under the general's name for your flesh and blood. As for that, adopted son, pay him little mind. When the time comes and he is grown, he'll establish his own household, and that will be the end of it.
Does mother pride herself on knowing how to raise children?
What? What did you just say?
Chanji, why not go play in the little pavilion over there? Mother needs a word with grandmother, and I'll come right back to keep you company. All right.
Chun clung to Lin Chuhuo's leg and nodded meekly, not forgetting, before he went, to shoot Madame Lin a cold glance.
If mother truly understood child rearing, how could she have borne an eldest daughter who would scheme through others to shatter her own sister's life? A plot as grave as switching brides, and yet mother never so much as inquired about it. Is it because you fear I'll blurt out here and now that it bears the handiwork of the grand princess consort you hold? So dear, you...
What utter nonsense is this? What does this have to do with your sister? Lin Chuhua, you have to make yourselves feel miserable too, by slandering your sister and making her suffer for it.
Oh, come on now. If mother hadn't stepped in on the day of my wedding, how could I have ended up with Mama Li and Saihuan by my side, instead of Mama Lin and Qing Shuang, who've served me all along?
But now, hasn't Xiao Dingzhou woken up too? I see you and your husband getting along so well, living quite happily. So what more could you possibly want? Besides, down the line, if General Xiao makes a full recovery, you can whisper in his ear and work together for the prince, securing your sister's future and yours, and even hers. Wouldn't that be a blessing? Oh dear, your sister is your own flesh and blood. How could she ever mean you harm?
So you sacrificed me for Lin Yeyun's future.
Oh, what on earth are you saying? I'm only doing this for your own good.
Sometimes I truly wonder if I'm even your real daughter.
Do you harbor some grudge against me? How could you not be my child? I carried you in my womb for 10 months before giving birth to you. When you were little, I raised you, wiping up every bit of poop and pee. When you fell ill, I stayed up all night without rest to care for you. All right. Now that you've gone and gotten married, you're turning the tables and interrogating me like this. I've truly brought this misery on myself. All for nothing, raising a daughter like you. If only I'd known. If only I'd known. Back then, we mother and daughter could have died out in the countryside. It would have been better than enduring this now. Mom, what is wrong?
Little sister, what on earth have you done to Mom? The devoted mother, who has poured her heart into everything. You're utterly unreasonable. Hurry up and kneel down to apologize to Mom.
What kind of ungrateful wolf have I raised after all this? For all these years, I've worn myself out completely for you 3 siblings. And now, your little sister has the nerve to accuse me of favoring you too. I just go back to the countryside and live on my own. Forget it. No matter what I do, I can never please you.
What outrageous nonsense is this? When have our parents ever shown us favoritism? Little sister, I see your ambitions have grown far too bold. Kneel down and apologize to Mother at once. What are you staring at?
I'm gazing upon my dear big brother in all his foolish splendor. How does letting a fool like you hold office doom the fortunes of great Jing?
Lin Wenyan flew into a humiliated rage. He raised his hand to strike Lin Churo across the face.
Utterly unreasonable. You've lost your mind.
Lin Churo swiftly seized his wrist. Even Lin Wenyan couldn't break free.
I said mother conspired with eldest the sister to secretly orchestrate the marriage swap between Lady Zhang and Xiao Lingchen.
How could they possibly favor you all?
Yun'er is no such person. You're beyond all reason. Not only wounding Mother's heart, but daring to sling mud at Yun'er too.
Mother already confessed to it.
Isn't that so? Mother!
Madame Li turned her face away.
What more do you want from us? This current outcome is for the best. For everyone. What more could you possibly want? Or is it that you want to drag our entire family into prison? You no longer care about your father's or your eldest brother's prospects. Eldest, what good does this do you? And what about your sister? What status does she hold? You're living comfortably now. So why drag everyone else down with you?
Aren't you faring well yourself these days? Even as the general's wife, that is not enough for you. What more could you possibly want? You've grown bold, I see. Daring to speak so freely, thinking Xiao Dingzhao will back you up. Acting like this, disrespecting your parents and raging at your sister. Let me tell you, Xiao Dingzhao is nothing but a useless man. Lin Wenyan's retort.
Lin Shui's slap comes flying at the same moment. Lin Wenyan takes a slap from Lin Shuhe, her cheek swelling on one side. Shut your mouth.
Who do you think you are to threaten me? Xiao Dingzhao is no useless fool. But if you fancy that label so much, I can bestow it on you and make it truly fit me.
You've gone too far, striking me like that.
Little Chen Ji, who had been playing off to the side, charges in like a tiny cannonball, letting out a fierce growl as he sinks his teeth into Lin Wenyan's calf. His tiny eyes blazing with that adorably fierce glare. Little Chen Ji.
I was just about to swat this. You can talk now. Grandpa, Mommy's always been so good to Ahi. I swear it. Not only yelling at her, but hitting her too. Bad guy, protect Mommy.
Good boy. Daddy understands.
I'll never let anyone bully your mother. Ahi, come here.
Xiao Dingzhou reaches out a hand toward Lin Chuhe. That familiar call, snapping Lin Chuhe out of her shock at the child's sudden outburst.
Calling him like that feels oddly affectionate.
Hey!
That is totally out of line, Lord Lin.
No idea what is going on here. Calling me Lord Lin again. Didn't we say today was just a family dinner? No courtiers or colleagues around. So where is the father-in-law and son-in-law formality?
Little General, it is all a misunderstanding.
You misunderstood. Lord Lin wasn't trying to hit my wife and child. This is a misunderstanding too. If I hadn't arrived just in time, who knows what might have happened to my wife and son by now. Everyone could have foreseen as much.
General Xiao remains unaware of the matter. In truth, it was Xiao Mei whose words offended her mother.
Oh, is that so? Xiao Dingzhou inquired once more.
Madam has always been of mild temperament, revering her elders, and I have always found her speech gentle and soft, profoundly considerate. I cannot fathom what words she uttered to offend Madam Lin.
Even though Xiao Mei has married the general, she remains a daughter of the Lin family. And if the Lin family sees fit to discipline its daughter, the general cannot stand in the way.
Yet Ahai is now my wife, and my wife has suffered unjust humiliation without cause. As her husband, I cannot simply let it pass unaddressed, or do the two masters. Lin believed this general's honor is beneath regard. Today, you discipline my wife and heirs without provocation. Tomorrow, you may trample upon my family's very lintel, and I would be powerless even to raise my voice in protest.
Such offhand remarks left Master Lin and Lin Wenyan's faces exceedingly dark.
Xiao Mei spoke without decorum, so I, her elder brother, struck her.
With that, he revealed half his face, swollen from the blow he had received.
One hand cannot clap on its own. I stand by my words. Madam is ever mild and measured, never laying a hand on another. What did Master Lin say to incite this?
He insulted us, calling names.
Brother Chen, tell father how he hurled those insults at us.
Good for nothing.
He called him a good for nothing.
Right. After saying that, Xiao Dingzhong shot Lin Wenyan, a glare brimming with murderous intent. His legs nearly buckled, and he dropped to his knees on the spot. At the sight of Xiao Dingzhong's furious expression, he stormed straight over to Lin Wenyan and struck the unswollen side of his face, branding him an unfilial son.
Now hurry and beg the general's forgiveness.
Master! General! None of this is Yanner's doing. It is all on me. It is entirely my fault. I failed to properly guide my children, driving them to clash over my sake. Please spare my unworthy son this blame.
Did that slap hurt too much? Madam.
It is actually not so bad.
Another quarter of an hour and it'll heal. Please let it heal well. Thank you.
It seems your noble house truly holds this general in contempt.
In that case,
this general has no face left to shamelessly linger here. It is simply that my wife and son have suffered such indignity in your noble house. This general is truly at a loss for what to do. Madam Ling even insists time and again that she doesn't know how to raise her children, leading to strife between the children. Hey Chenpo, does Lord Lin also believe that my wife bears fault in this affair? The young general speaks truly. It was my unworthy son who spoke so recklessly, and he deserves to be whipped under family discipline, confined to kneel in the ancestral hall for 3 days. What say you, General? What does Lord Lin's method have to do with this general? If Lord Light deems it fitting, then so be it. Will you not apologize to the general? Young general, please forgive us.
Just now, Wenyan was utterly improper in speech and conduct. A deliberate affront to the general.
Xiao Dingzhou hung his head, taking no notice, but fixed his gaze upon Lin Chuohe and the madam.
Let us return home. The young man from the yamen is injured as well. Go procure some medicine and tend to it properly.
All that needed to be said to Madam Lin has already been voiced, and henceforth, I shall not return to the Lin household. This is my true intent. Surely its meaning is not hard to grasp, is it? Should further explanation be required, I can summon a trusted court confidant to declare it plainly to you.
After Lin Chuohe had spoken, she left the Lin family in stunned silence, turning sharply to depart with Xiao Dingzhou.
From this day forth, wherever I dwell shall be the madam's home. Madam must have endured tremendous grievances in the Lin family back then, which is why she acts this way now. Madam defended me today, allowing the Lin family to thrive as it has. It was my tardiness that nearly got you hurt. You've been wronged, madam.
They've gone too far to utter such vile, irritating words. Now that I've married my husband, I stand united with him, as one. Moreover, with parents favoring the heavy grandsons and the 4 young ones barely tolerating my father-in-law, I don't care for the Lin household. I prefer the home I share with my husband.
As a father, I'll strive to ensure you never regret your actions today, madam.
In her heart, Lin Chuyu muses, I won't regret a thing, for this turn of events is all thanks to my fanning the flames behind the scenes. Lin Chuyu's mind is no longer fixed on herself and Xiao Dingzhou, but on little Chenner. Chenner just spoke up, and Lin Chuyu wishes he'd say more. Yet here he is again, that quiet, reticent child.
No matter.
Chenner, you can chat more next time. All right, but oh, how lovely Chenner's voice is. Mother adores it so. I truly wish to hear him call for me every single day. That kind of mother would surely be the happiest in the world.
Meanwhile, Xiao Dingzhou beside her thought to himself,
Madam sure knows how to coax the little ones.
Daddy feels the same way.
Right? With those big sincere eyes, he gazed up at Xiao Dingzhou. Xiao Dingzhou changed his mind in an instant. Halfway along the road, Lin Chu sensed the mystical storage realm and had the pharmacy provide some medicines for oral treatment. Sure enough, the mystical storage realm's capricious nature confirmed his suspicions once again. Right now, its resources could only be tapped when truly needed. So stingy. Yet she couldn't just pull them out directly, so she had the coachman halt the carriage, made a quick stop at the pharmacy to grab some medicines, and, while at it, commissioned the medical hall's shopkeeper to custom-make a set of silver needles. Xianji.
I've got some wonderful news to share with you both. Today, little Chenji spoke.
Chunja, tell Erji to say it quick. Why won't Chunji say it?
When Chunji is ready to speak, he will naturally. No need to rush. Alright?
Blah, blah.
Jinji froze for a moment, his excitement making him forget he was even ill.
Chujin told me! Chujin told me!
That is wonderful. One more call. All right. Brother Chen's about to get dizzy from all the shaking.
Oh, sorry, Brother Chen. Second brother didn't mean it.
Will Brother Chen call out for big brother?
Double.
Spring. Officer, Brother Chen. How did Brother Chen suddenly start talking? And what is the deal with that medicinal powder? Did he get hurt?
Lin Chuhe wondered to himself. AWW. I can't exactly say it was because Brother Chang saw me bullying someone today and thought they were coming after him instead, right? Wasn't it the imperial consort mother who pushed Western consort into him? Oh dear, what a sin, what a sin.
Brother Chen bit into something dirty, so your mother gave him a bit of medicine. And by evening,
Brother Chen had turned into a clingy little dumpling.
Me, I have so much.
RW. He'd become a baby with no energy left to even talk. And Mother was still teasing him. No
talking. Gotta grow more chubby and plump. I'll just ask Mother to wean me off sooner. Then, I won't have to listen anymore.
No talking during meals. Even Brother Chen in his past life wasn't such a chatterbox. And yet in just this short time, his whole personality's flipped. The biggest reason for the change is that Mother isn't just skilled in medicine. She's got such a bright and lively spirit too, and she is sharp as a tack in her ways. Nothing like that cold stepmother from his previous life. Who could she be? Third brother. Tell eldest brother. Did something happen next door? Were they bullying Mother? Eldest brother knows you've got a sharp memory. You remember every word they say and every move they make.
So tell eldest brother they're all bad guys. Protect Mother.
Beat the bad guys. After Strict suddenly unlocked memories from his past life, he eagerly delved into ancient texts to uncover the mystery. With these past life memories awakened, could others close to him have gone through the same? Like Lin Chuhi, for example, he has changed dramatically. So, what sparks events like these? Lin Chuhi hasn't spotted anything off yet. He just feels that Strict, beneath his gentle exterior, carries a subtle depth, and can't help but muse inwardly. He won't turn into a double agent someday, will he? Regarding Strict's sudden curiosity about medical arts, his take aligns perfectly with what he told Xiao Dingzhou. It is airtight. It is real enough anyway. Just utterly unreal. After the return visit, for Yu Lin Chuhe, the most pressing matters are the children's enrollment and Xiao Dingzhou's recovery. His knee injury requires nerve repair, but the medicinal herbs are unavailable for now, indicating the time has not yet come.
The Zhenan Wang family has long been the primary guardians of Great Jin's southern frontiers, warding off invasions from the Yue clans. Yet, the court harbors deep suspicions toward them, trapped in a dilemma where advance is perilous and retreat impossible. The King Zhenan is a king of a different surname, his ties with His Majesty fraught with subtlety, should the court not pay closer heed to the Yue clan's movements. What are your thoughts? The young master's words are mere speculation, believing that even with heirs left as pledges in the capital, the king would not likely harbor disloyal thoughts. But the Zhenan Wang is a conqueror of realms, and may not see it that way. Back then, the old King Zhenan and His Majesty forged the realm together. Yet because His Majesty first seized the capital, he was granted only the second-rank title of King Zhenan, his sworn brother. Everyone craves the founding merit. Will they truly remain content? Or will the Yue clans spare no effort to tempt them to seize control of Lingnan, offering them kingship in turn, or even greater authority? Can they withstand such temptation?
It is good that you have considered this.
Past, Lin Zhuhe thought to himself.
Holy cow. Brother Yan, you're not some future double agent, are you? But is this really just a coincidence? Why would Brother Yan suddenly bring up the King of Zhenan?
Your mother once posed a similar question to me. So, in your view, what is the best way to handle it?
Mother brought up the Fang clan's dynamics as well. How easy to that?
You seem so intrigued by the southern situation that weighs on your mother's mind.
It is just a bit unexpected. Mother has such keen foresight, and I truly admire her for it.
Xiao Dingzhou fell silent, his expression unchanging, yet a peculiar unease stirred within him.
Brother Xian, There is something off about this kid.
Holy cow, Brother Xian. This isn't mere youthful curiosity at all.
Lin Chu swiftly recalled the moments shared with Brother Yan over these past few days, and a daring notion took shape in his mind. He couldn't have slipped into the same transmigration or rebirth loophole. Could he? Brother Yan, could he be just as strangely out of place? If that is the case, wouldn't Brother Yan have noticed his oddities long ago? It has to be a coincidence. Lin Shu comforted herself for the moment, wondering if she should find a moment to test the waters. Otherwise, how presumptuous that would be. Lin Shu hadn't even probed yet, when Xiao Dingzhou suggested taking her out first.
Where to? To pay a visit to Princess Yongfu.
Sounds good.
Let's bring the children along. They've been grumbling about not getting out enough these past 2 years. And this is the perfect chance for them to pay their respects to Princess Yongfu too.
We can't pass up an opportunity like this to show our faces before such a powerhouse. Xiao Dingzhou nodded, so the whole family set off in high spirits. In the carriage, Xiao Dingzhou gave the children a quick rundown on Princess Yongfu's temperament, and Lin Shu finally got a real sense of this hidden heavyweight from the book. The reason she earned Emperor Taizhang's profound favor was partly because she had once fought alongside Emperor Taizhang to conquer the realm, and assembled an elite corps of female warriors, and in her youth even saved Emperor Taizhang's life, sustaining wounds that left her unable to bear children.
The princess's emergency aid got misdirected again.
Oh, Princess, I caught a chill upon waking today, which has led to this need for aid.
In that case,
let the eldest princess rest today, and I'll visit another day. What kind of nonsense is that?
It is just a minor ailment. Surely I can still manage to greet you. You've come all this way. How could I not see you? Besides, this is Dingzhou's first visit with his wife to pay respects to me. How could I possibly turn you away? Oh, dear. Has this child been seen by the imperial physician yet? Can this leg injury still be treated?
Thanks to your highness's concern, he has been examined, and treatment is underway now.
Oh, that is a relief. That is good to hear, Grandpa.
Eldest princess.
From now on, just call us in-laws. No more eldest princess witch. This little one, ever since he could speak,
has always handled outsiders to Tingfen courtyard with such poise and grace. Yet he is always so eager around Princess Yongfu. Who did he learn that from? I wonder.
He is a fine child. Young folks brim with vitality. If you don't mind in days to come, do come visit this old lady more often. The children are quite boisterous.
As long as the eldest princess doesn't mind the noise piece, and quiet can wait.
Princess Yongfu beamed with delight. Yet, she was deeply concerned about Lin Chu's life in the Rongguo Marquise's residence.
Very well. Simply splendid. Children are thriving too, full of joy. Mother, you've changed so much.
Do tell me everything. I've got it.
But soon enough, Princess Yongfu could scarcely bear the throbbing headache. Her face etched with unmistakable distress. Lin Chuwu and Xiao Dingzhou shared a knowing glance, her expression pleading, "Last time, let me take care of it."
What is the matter? I can handle this.
It almost seemed like the lady was desperately seeking a steadfast ally. Princess, Ahe is skilled in medicine. Why not let her examine you?
Once more, from Xiao Dingzhou's lips came that endearing aha, in the very tone that warmed her heart so.
Oh, so Ahai truly knows the healing art.
I know a little about it. Would the princess allow me to take your pulse?
Dingzhou trusts you. So naturally, I trust you as well.
Aunt and uncle, my mother's medical skills are truly superb. And she even cured eldest brother's leg, even though the physicians declared it incurable. Mother just said it was no trouble at all.
The children have always been frail, and since our marriage, Ahi has been the one caring for them.
His skills are excellent, and yet here you are, child, humbly claiming you only know a little. You're just afraid I'll insist you stay here at the princess's residence and won't let you go home, aren't you?
If the princess wishes me to stay, I'd be thrilled beyond measure.
So how could I possibly worry?
Even if I wanted to keep you here, I'd still need Dingzhou's blessing, and to see if the 3 children would agree.
Yangzhu wants to go home.
Zhi immediately stood there all fidgety and tense beside Lin Chuhi, and Princess Yongfu, taking in the sight, grinned from ear to ear, feeling her headache start to fade away, which just goes to show how truly wonderful Yin she is. Otherwise, Dingzhou and the children wouldn't dote on her quite so much. Why would she like him so much? Lin Shu quickly diagnosed Princess Yongfu's chronic headache, stemming from issues in her youth. Though physiological factors are involved, I'm afraid it is mostly tied to her emotions, that is, psychological factors. Alas,
there is a story there. But unfortunately, we don't have acupuncture needles on hand. Otherwise, a brief acupuncture session would bring immediate relief followed by medication, and it should ease up over time.
To alleviate the headaches,
Yu Zhu quickly adds that there are acupuncture needles left by the imperial physician. Would the princess care to try?
If you have a way, of course I'll give it a try.
Yin Chu immediately asks Qing Shuang to fetch the medicine pouch he had simply packed, and offers a simple explanation amid Princess Yongfu's puzzled look.
The children all have delicate health, so I'm not entirely at ease. And I always carry some medicines when traveling. But that is not the real reason.
It is just a smokescreen. Otherwise, he couldn't very well pull all sorts of medicines out of thin air from the spatial pharmacy. Now could he? That would frighten everyone to death. Qing Shuang quickly brings the medicine bag, and Ling Shu takes a small medicine bottle from it.
Don't want to go back. Is playing with the princess's wife fun?
It is way more fun. And the Great Witch in the Hao Mansion treats us so well. Much better than the old lady of the Hao Mansion, you know? Whose carriage could that be? As soon as we left, she came to visit Uncle the heir to the Prince of Jiannan.
The heir to the Prince of Jiannan is in the capital too.
And Madam is quite concerned about the affairs of the Jiannan Prince's household.
I'm just curious. Why isn't the heir to the Prince of Jiannan in Lingnan?
How come he is in the capital?
It is much easier to handle things from the inside. She is secretly passing a message to the heir to the Prince of Jiannan to remind the Prince of Jiannan to watch the Yue clan's movements and any internal unrest, which might help avert a lot of potential disasters. Little does she know, Lin Chuohe has just had the exact same thought in her mind. Out of His Majesty's compassion,
He borrowed both the heir to the Prince of Jiannan and the Princess of Jiannan to reside in the capital.
In her heart, Lin Chuohe rolled her eyes. What compassion? What bringing them to live in the capital? It is just detaining the Prince of Jiannan's son in the capital to keep the Jiannan Prince's household from rebelling. Lin Shu didn't press further about the Prince of Jiannan's situation. But on the way back, when he got out of the carriage to buy candied hawthorns for Chen Kei, I noticed how lively the streets are today.
What day is this? It is so bustling. Has mother forgotten? 2 years ago, the crown heir submitted a memorial with the winds favorable and the timing perfect. So the court arranged an elegant gathering at Wangjiang Tower to offer a grand sacrifice for the prosperity of Mount Wenfeng. Rumors say this idea was actually suggested by the crown heiress consort to the crown heir. Is that true? Was it really her proposal? Does mother know?
Lin Chu thought to himself, hey,
what is all this about?
I have a feeling this kid is testing him out.
Though the crown heiress consort is my sister, I'm not entirely clear on the details myself. I simply forgot what day it is today.
So don't overthink it, you little rascal. Always stirring up trouble.
You've been especially focused on Lingnan affairs lately.
Now that father has awakened, though his legs remain impaired, should Lingnan fall ill and chaos erupt within Prince Jiannan's mansion, His Majesty likely won't dispatch the formidable Prince of Yan with troops, but might send father instead. And even if the crown heir doesn't take the field himself, father's mastery of the art of war and command of grand strategy could still shift the entire tide of battle.
You've developed your own strong views on court politics these days.
Father says, mother shares your concern for the southern situation. Your mother shares my concern for the situation in the south. So, our son has been paying extra attention to this young one.
The silkworm path, he thought he'd hidden it well. Yanzhi, do you harbor some doubts about your mother?
When Lin Chuhi arrived with brother Zhang, that is the very line she overheard. Lin Chuhi jolted in surprise at once. Good heavens, he hasn't even probed yet, and here this lad is, seeking an opening through his father. Yet, he still hesitates.
Yanzhi, I sense you carry a burden in your heart. If you're not ready to speak of it now, that is fine, hold it back for the moment. But remember this, you are my son, just as much as any other. Should you face troubles too heavy to bear alone, it is only right that you call on me for aid. I know these many years have brought you deep grievances, leaving your heart wary of trusting others too readily. And I know full well your intentions stem from care for me and your brothers. Your mother is much the same as you, holding back words she has yet to share with me. Yet her affection for you all, you must surely recognize in your heart. We all harbor secrets deep within our hearts, and a true gentleman judges by deeds, not by intentions. This wisdom applies to you and me alike, and to all others as well.
My son, I see my error now, and I vow not to repeat it. Father, please visit Xiaodingzhou on my behalf with a mindset like this. What endeavor could possibly fail you? Husband, Yanjin, what on earth are you two discussing? Husband, Yanjin.
What are you two chatting about?
Tell Yanjin more about the goings-on in Lingnan.
As it came up too.
What are you asking of me, madam?
Mother is quite concerned about the situation in Lingnan as well.
And in a general's household like ours, it is only fitting to keep a close eye on ships across the land. We must always prepare for danger in times of peace.
Husband, don't you agree? Of course, our son should head back to his room and study first, so as not to disturb father and mother.
Why the sigh, madam?
Husband.
Tell me how you came to adopt Yanjie all those years ago.
You rascal. Let's see if I can snap that little tail of yours.
Lin Chuhi hasn't quite caught brother Yan's little tail for now. but she did glean a bit of news. It is about Sister Lin from Pine Courtyard, and how she is faring these days.
Word is, just a few days back, Sister Lin returned to her family home, and the general rushed home without joining the campaign. By rights, concubine Zhang ought to address me as second aunt. No, a concubine like me couldn't possibly use such a title. Just call me second madam instead. Lin Chu. What has got you so pleased with yourself? Think life is easy for you now. I'm telling you, I am General Xiao's former fiancé. I simply found him beneath me and handed him over to you. Compared to me, what do you bring to the table? You probably have no idea that General Xiao punished Brother Lincoln so harshly, precisely because he is still bitter about this marriage. That bitterness stemming from his lingering obsession with me. It is him who didn't want me to become Brother Lin Chen's wife. So why is he so furious, going so far as to harshly punish Lin Chen?
Lin Chu thought to himself, oh dear, it is all over now. His habit of putting everyone in these awkward spots is hopeless. Jiang Yaran and Xiao Lingchen really aren't some self-deluding couple, are they? Now that he has seen Xiao Dingzhou come to, some new scheme must be brewing in that mind of his. Right?
But the general treats me so well. He won't even let me pour him a cup of tea, doting on me so much. He can't bear to leave my side for a single quarter hour. And every night, his desires are ever so restrained. Just look at me, lounging in bed until the sun is 3 poles high each day. You'll see it when I skip paying morning respects to the old madam. Sigh. It is not like I'm trying to rub it in. That engagement from 2 years ago, the general wasn't even there in person. I don't even know what you look like. But you've just reminded me. Xiao is upset. Probably because Zhang is engaged to Xiao Lingcheng. After all, it was Xiao Lingcheng who agreed to the engagement back then. Sorry, Xiao Tingzhao. I didn't mean it. Anyway, you can hear me. You're utterly shameless.
Lin Chong and that cold sneer.
How ridiculous. Who is the shameless one here? A dog no one else wants. And yet you love it so dearly. I wasn't going to hold it against you, but you just had to come and discuss me like this.
Lin Shu suddenly raised his hand and gripped Jiang Yueran's chin.
What the hell are you? How dare you throw me away? This is your only warning. Next time, you won't even know how you died. But I can tell you this. I'll use razor-thin blades to slice you up piece by piece, until you beg for mercy. These fish chunks are so perfect. Served right onto Xiao Lingqing's dinner table. I guarantee, no one will ever know, and he'll savor every single bite. Do you like this ending?
Jiang Yueran turned pale with fright in an instant, frozen on the spot, unable to utter a single sound. That was utterly terrifying.
Ling Chuhi is simply monstrous. Does Xiao Dingzhong even realize what a venomous soul Lin Chuhi is?
Lin Shuhua let out a snort. Let go. Qing Shuang trailed behind her, eyes brimming with admiration. Madam,
you are incredible. So bold and daring to devise such a clever ploy to frighten Aunt Jiang. Even this servant was startled. You said I was the scary one. You scared me half to death, madam. You nearly frightened this servant to death. But those words you spoke just now, they were too shocking to blurt out all at once. You haven't even consummated your marriage with the general yet.
What is there to fear?
It was just us who heard it. And the general isn't even here. Brother Yan, you've just returned from outside. The boy went out and bought a few books. Buying books is good. Very good. We're preparing for his enrollment today.
But we've run into some trouble again.
If there's an issue, you must speak up right away. And Mother will express our thanks on your behalf. The boy has no such troubles. Let's head back to the winged courtyard together. Mother, next time you let off steam at someone, it'd be wise to spare a thought for Father's dignity. After all, even though Father is laid up at home for now, he still holds an official post in the imperial court, teasing the sister-in-law. The son heads off first. Hey, wait a minute.
Yan Jiao, you stop in your tracks after all.
Yan Jiao, those were just in jest, you know. You'll keep it under wraps for me, won't you? You won't go blabbing to Father. Right, it is just some harmless venting between us women. No need to let the other party in on it. Is there? You ought to consider Father's feelings too, right? Of course, if you do let it slip, I wouldn't hold it against you. Yan Jiao pauses, mulling it over. Fair point. After all, if Father heard he couldn't measure up to Mother's expectations, that'd be quite a blow to his pride. Understood, Mother. All right. Mother trusts. You'll honor your word. Off you go. Back to your books. Aim for a top spot in the exams. Mother always seems so unwavering, convinced that if I sit for the imperial exams, I'll surely cling to high rank. Hey!
This rascal's nitpicking and teasing me again. Ha!
What about the future? So, Mother, you're absolutely convinced about what is ahead. Your future's boundless. I could tell right from the start. Mother, Ling Hao will bask in your glow, and we'll live far better days. How many herbs did we add to fill it up?
汉方旗、玉竹、黄芪、白芍、白茯苓.
Little Chen helped Mom remember them all.
HMO, Lin Shuo, he double-checked the count, and amazingly, everything matched perfectly.
Little Chen is just so clever. That the little guy was secretly picking it up right beside her. What is This one? Do you remember this, little Chen? Jin, AI Jin? And this? Young fool. Little Chen, have you got them all memorized?
Little Chen nodded, obediently once more, gazing up at Lin Chu-He with wide, innocent eyes, as if puzzled why Lin Chu-He seemed so shocked. Isn't this just the simplest thing? One quick look, and it is all locked in.
Could this be the long-lost son of our leads? Wait, no. According to the plot, the heroine isn't even 10 yet. Oh my, little Jen, you truly are Mommy's little genius, baby. How are you? This amazing! Mommy, back when I was your age, I had just learned post-diagnosis. Madam, what on earth are you babbling about? And is that really your way of praising the young master? You're clearly even more over the top than he is. Wonderful. If he skips being a genius painter, he can always become a divine physician down the line. Little Chen, would you like to learn medicine? Shall mother teach you? Perfect for studying medicine. Just perfect. Guoyi wishes your father and the eldest and second brothers swift success in earning their scholarly degrees. May the three Ying family succession teachers pass on knowledge in gentle harmony and balanced wisdom.
Little Chen rattled off the locations of a dozen or so junior female students in a row, and he nailed every single one. Incredible.
Unbelievable. Our genius baby is the real deal.
So Xiao Dingzhou pieced together his wife's reasons for ignoring him all day long. He headed over to see just what she was up to. Right there in the corridor, he caught her thrilled exclamation. Oh my.
He is just too clever for words. My genius baby boy. No, darling, hurry over here and see this. I've uncovered his true gift. Chun has such a natural gift for medicine. He picks it up instantly and remembers it all so well that at his tender age, he can already identify herbs and pinpoint acupoints on the body. Come on, Chun. Show your dad. Let's see that talent of yours.
Chen, playing the perfect sidekick, holds the leg model steady as he points to the acupoints once more.
Isn't he just our little genius? So young, yet he can already read the acupoint chart. Even if medicine isn't his calling, he is destined for greatness.
Father Xiao is utterly astonished, never dreaming his son could be this brilliant. He lavishes praise on Chun without reserve. And Shun loves every bit of his dad's encouragement, though in front of his father, he stays a touch reserved, just standing there so sweetly. That evening, Mother Lin shares the joyful news over dinner, and even the usually quiet Yan Ji opens up to his father about his studies.
That sharp edge in your writing suits your age perfectly. No need to hold it back for now. Just immerse yourself more in the works of the great sages.
I understand. Father, thank you for your guidance.
What do you think, dear? The matter of his compositions.
I'm hardly the expert. I've read Brother Yan's article and found it so logically structured, with ample evidence and insightful reasoning, reveling the renowned masterpieces I've encountered. I couldn't help but praise it effusively. Brother Jing, what do you think? Mine isn't as good as Big Brother's. That is perfectly fine. Everyone has their own unique talents, and we gradually uncover them as we grow. Then, nurture them along the way. If you feel it is not up to par, it just means you haven't discovered your true talent yet. Really? Absolutely. You might need to explore a variety of pursuits to uncover what you truly love and excel at. 5. I'm gifted in arithmetic. Just name any two numbers under 100, and I'll add or subtract them on the spot.
No sooner had he spoken than, without waiting for Lin Chu-He, he rattled off the sums and differences for several pairs.
Wow, Brother Jing, you have such a keen sense for numbers, computing so swiftly. That is your true strength. You're only 8 years old, and with the right guidance, you'll make remarkable progress. Do the scholars in the academy teach arithmetic? Of course, they do. Arithmetic covers a vast array of topics, with arithmetic woven into every corner of daily life. Beyond the basics of adding and subtracting numbers, there is the reckoning of fields and acreage, along with the exchange ratios and allocations of state grain reserves, and so much more. Take business, for instance. You must tally costs against profits, figuring out ways to maximize returns, and determining just how much daily shortfall can be offset by those costs. Then there is marching to war, where you account for tens of thousands of troops, deciding how to divvy up their provisions, when to resupply, and how to conduct trades along the way, all to stretch the fewest coins into the greatest gains. So, doesn't mastering arithmetic pave the way to greater fortunes?
Lin Chen nods eagerly, while Brother Jian swells with an air of refined poise.
From now on, I'll study arithmetic with all my heart.
Huh? Brother Jing lets out a knowing sigh. The little fool's being sweet-talked by mother once more. Yet, one must admit, she is a master at charming the young ones. If Brother Jing truly takes a shine to business, Lin Chu figures he could just as well pen a primer himself. Brother Jin is utterly flattered and wide-eyed, clutching the book from Lin Chu as he rushes to boast to Big Brother. Big brother.
You prepared this just for me yourself. A scholar's own handiwork. Have you figured out the characters yet? I can't, but you can. Right, Big Brother. What does this part mean? Big Brother, why aren't you saying anything? You can't make it out either.
The madam has returned, and it is so late already.
My lord hasn't gone to bed yet. Oh dear. It is that awkward feeling from last time I ate meat.
Madam, have I upset you today?
Why would you say that, my lord?
Ever since you returned from Chingsong Courtyard today, madam, you've been rather distant with me. I thought I'd made you angry, or perhaps someone said something that displeased you. You can ask me anything at all, madam. I'll tell you everything I know without holding back. Not at all.
I was simply very busy today, so I had less time to look after father. I never imagined it would cause you to misunderstand. My lord, sigh. There is just no helping it. Our family has so many things to manage, and we must look after all of you. Plus, there are still so many tasks unfinished, and the 3 children to tend to, not to mention the old madam's affairs.
And Qingfen Courtyard is still short on hands. Tomorrow, I'll have Chen Yang find a few more people to assist you, madam.
No, please don't.